Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Okay, now we're streaming.
I'm trying to go to it right now.
There's no video, so it's not exciting.
So
Is it just going to go right in, or we
We are live. You are talking.
Okay, wait. Okay, now we're streaming.
Yeah, see,
Oh, perfect. We got the loop.
we got it. Wait,
Someone's
and
out
then
of
will
the
there
loop.
be a
Oh, is that on
loop
Fern?
of the loop?
I got it. It's off.
Ah, there we go. You guys remember like the people used to call in on radios and like, maybe some of you aren't old enough for this, but like in the 80s and the 90s, you'd have somebody calling and the radio's on like right there and it's just like echoing the whole time. It's like 30 seconds of like the DJ going, turn your radio off.
Yeah, right. Step away.
Early 2000s, yeah.
They fixed that now, right? Like it doesn't, like it won't do that anymore.
No, it will. It will.
Yeah, I was gonna say it
Yeah,
probably
how?
still will.
People are just, I don't know, I don't want to say it, but like smarter.
Well, some of the radio stations are using tech from like the 70s still too, probably.
Right.
Radio's radio. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Well, I work at a radio station, so.
How updated is your radio station?
I mean, pretty updated.
Pretty updated. You don't want to talk shit about them. That's cool.
We are live,
Why
so.
would I? There's nothing wrong with my radio
say nothing.
station.
It is an awesome radio
Please
station
take
with the best
the
technology.
technology.
He loves his job.
I'll tell you this bit. It's owned by Jim Pattison.
I think you mentioned that before, and I think all the people in the U.S. were like, "Who?"
He is like one of the richest men in Canada. He owns.
Yeah, I remember you. I remember going over this before, and now I'm trying to remember.
Yeah,
Jim Pattison. Oh yeah, he looks like
His
he's
name
real
does not
old.
come down here ever.
He also.
He's 95, and he's worth
Ripley's.
$9.2 billion.
You know Ripley's, right?
Believe it or not.
Yeah.
Yes, that's Pattison.
Oh, this guy's all over the damn place. He's one of those guys. Is he Canadian? Oh yes, he's from Saskatoon.
He's 95 and just killing it.
He looks like he's 95.
His son doesn't want the business. He's the general manager of the Ripley's side. He's like, I want Ripley's. I don't want everything else. Like,
and he's still running like the businesses and stuff in 95.
Majority of it, yeah.
That's crazy.
His super yacht came in a couple, like, I want to say it was before COVID to Vancouver Island. That was insane when his super yacht showed up.
I hope the orcas get it.
Yep. Here.
Let us bounce off the side.
Hope they film below deck on him.
All right. Well, we were streaming and we're real BSing. We didn't have an intro. If anybody's watching this out there, and we are talking about radio, but we're not doing radio tonight.
Jim Pattison.
You're old as dirt, but you're a badass
It's a pretty updated station. Yeah, it's pretty updated, but like most people these days, as soon as they get on air, they tend to walk away from the radio. So.
Radios are different today too, though.
Well, we have a text line now.
Yeah,
it's weird to have a text line.
So you have to like when somebody says something, they have to be like, "Hey, so and so said something."
Well, like it's not even part of the phone. It's online. Oh. So all the texts come in on the screen.
So you have a live chat.
Essentially, so they'll text in. We save their names for future reference, and then be like, "Oh, we're talking about this on the show today." Damien said this, and Marcia said this. Tell her, text us with what you think.
Oh,
nice. Yeah, that's pretty common. Like, I feel like they're taking a clue from.
Well, we didn't get that till
YouTube
COVID
and streaming and stuff. COVID made everybody sort of figure their stuff out.
Oh, it sucks because we got like network shows during COVID, and we still have them, and it sucks because that means less local shit.
Yeah, I mean, they're pumping in stuff that they've recorded elsewhere, and just like you lose less airtime for the locals.
Yes, so it's somebody doing a show somewhere else who, for the 90% of the network shows, they'll have some local information that I send them to talk about, but there will be some shows where they just don't even mention the station name because they're on like 20 different stations.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose that makes sense because they can't record it like 50 different ways. It would take them too long, probably.
Yeah, so some of the small ones when they're doing like 3 or 4 shows, then like once an hour they'll do a local break.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get to some D&D. I think that everybody wants to know if Garrison's going to die today.
I actually just want to know if I'm going to get my hands. I don't care about that.
So as long as you get your hands, as long as you're buried with Adrian's six-fingered hands, you're okay.
If they're attached to me, yes.
And we get some super glue.
Bet you
Maybe
that priest does in the other town.
twine. Alrighty. When last we left off, Garrison had been cut down by Izek Strozny in the square after an awful battle with werewolves and zombies and cult members, and the reason you guys were even here in the first place, Adrian Seven Strings, a bard who had massacred Garrison's tribe and maimed him and left him for dead. Garrison finally got his revenge in the last game, but there was a cost. In order to get the strength and the power to go after this guy, he asked for help. And help came in the form of a mysterious figure standing on the rooftops of Vallaki, who had reached up and turned the moon to full, transforming Garrison into a werewolf that was out of control. Meanwhile, the rest of the group was defending for their lives, fighting off cultists, and Gretchen was trying to rescue a child being dragged off by one of the werewolves. In the end, all of you were successful, except for now after the fact, Garrison was out of control. He took down Adrian and then charged the nearest soldier that he saw and forced Izek to take him out. Izek seems to hate werewolves and doesn't seem like he is maybe going to let Garrison live. And that's when Nazoth cast a spell of darkness. Once more, I feel like, when the first day that you guys got to Vallaki, you did sort of the same thing. Got into a fight, threw up a big cloud of darkness. That did somewhat kind of help mitigate some damage that may have been done the first time you guys came here. But you guys got to move quick if you want to save Garrison this time, because he's deep in the darkness with Izek. And Jareth is there too, it looks like. Is Jareth unconscious? I see 0 hit points on you. What's going on there?
I'm not unconscious.
Oh, no, that's not you. That's the 0 is for Garrison.
No, I tried to non-lethally take Garrison down.
Yeah. Everybody else was going for non-lethal, but it does not look like Izek was going that route. Nazoth has just finished his spell, and I believe that's where we left off. Are we all ready to go?
Ready.
I'm going to stick an initiative here for a little bit because it's kind of important how quickly you guys can get to Garrison. Riles, I believe, is up next. Riles, you're standing over next to Bimothy, who's large. He's a supersized Bimothy right now, which is it's a good thing he's tall. You're probably looking right, between his legs in the direction of the town square. Just don't look up. And you see some of your friends running towards the eastern side of the square, and you can see like this giant bubble of darkness over there. And you've seen this before. You know that Nazoth can do this.
Yeah,
it's possible that I think you saw him even cast this on the other side of the fountain there. What do you do? What are you thinking? And what do you do?
Rouse is probably just doesn't know what really to do, and I don't think he's really paid too much attention to the creepy vampire dude that's on the roof yet. So I think he would just dash down to Nazoth and try to figure out what's happening now that Seven Strings is out of the picture, and Izek is covered in darkness.
Yeah, you see his body just slumped against the fountain over here.
Yeah.
Bleeding out.
Like, okay, cool. Garrison 1, I think, or is maybe dead now. So I only have 25 feet, so with a dash, I just run, I guess, up to Seven Strings' bodies and start seeing if he has anything worth looting.
Start looting?
Just kind of peeking,
All
know?
Right, dashing.
Yeah.
Dashing to the loot.
Yeah.
No problem.
Got your priorities straight.
And he's like kind of ducked down a little bit too. Like he's kind of like a lizard, being afraid of like a bird swooping down. He's trying to like stay small, kind of clutch down. He's still kind of in combat, but he's also looting.
Alrighty. We'll get to the loot in a moment. The first thing that you see on him is that he has dropped a very nice dagger that is on the ground next to him. He wears fine clothes, stud leather armor. There is also a lute that is on the ground next to him as well, that he was holding on to. But nothing else jumps out at you immediately as super valuable. But you've just taken a quick glance. The only thing of real note is that dagger, which looks special. It's not like you just pick that up off of a table somewhere. It looks like it's got some nice designs to it. It's got like a golden hilt, some scroll work, stuff like that.
Okay, can I grab it and like set it aside?
Yeah,
for later?
you have an item interaction, so you can snatch that up off the ground.
Okay.
Write down Adrian's dagger.
Adrian's dagger.
Garrison is unconscious. I don't think anybody's stable. Oh wait, Gretchen stabilized them, right?
I believe so.
I only stabilized the one Garrison had attacked. He wasn't down at the time.
Haha.
Uh-oh. All right, you know what that means, Garrison.
It does. W. Can I do that? /W route. Does it work like that?
Yeah, you can try that, or you can go to the dice roller and hit the GM roll.
I am
the same thing. You guys always want to do it the hard way.
Oh, fine. What do you want me to do?
Send me a secret rule.
I don't know how to
if
do
you
it
open
your
if
way.
you're in roll 20, bring up the
Yeah.
dice. There is a toggle at the top left for GM roll, and then you just hit the D20, and then.
Okay. I've never opened this bar before.
See, you need to learn this bar, like
Yeah,
for
but
those
look what
times.
this does. Makes me almost wake up. So Garrison's just kind of having, I think, like nightmares would be like, flash into his brain of maybe when Adrian took his hands, and then like also witnessing like Adrian dropping by Nazoth, I think, who blasted him, and then just like having all different nightmares of everything else between the ghosts that we've seen and like getting bitten, and then like maybe even flashing back and forth between the moon that somehow just like cycled as like was like a half crescent and then went to a full moon right in front of his eyes,
I think the moon might be also featuring in this a lot, because even though you are unconscious, you are that still is like in effect, like until you eat it totally. You may not fully transform back.
He's in darkness though too. Wouldn't that block the moon?
No.
Oh.
Otherwise, they would just, a werewolf would just go inside when they don't want to be, in the moonlight. Or just carry an umbrella. It'd be the thing in the darkness.
A tarp. Just puts a tarp over himself.
It's like, oh my God, you're a werewolf. Oh, hold on, I got an umbrella. I put up my cloak. I'm all right.
I have this emergency survival blanket. Hold on. All right, that's Garrison's turn.
All right, Jareth, you are up. You hear a little bit of scratching on the ground next to you, maybe twitching from Garrison as the werewolf. And you can hear also in the darkness right next to you, Izek. Where did he go? But it's your turn. Burn your turn. Are you double muted?
DJ Fernie.
Mike.
Taking a local ad break here. I want to say thanks to all of our Canadian friends, and wait to have a pleasant day. Make sure you shop locally.
I think it was a mic issue.
Hello?
You there, Fern? There you are.
I was saying my game crashed and then Discord went out. So I have no idea what I'm looking at.
You can't see anything because it's dark.
I don't know where we are in relation though.
You know that Garrison is near you. You also know that Izek is too. They're both, you think, within reach.
I will attempt to reach out for the nubs of Garrison and pull him away.
Alrighty. This is going to take your action, but you reach down and you grab some fur that's on the ground and you tug hard. Do you want to pull yourself backwards? Do you want to go forwards? Away from Izek? You can hear him like next to you, like kind of rooting around in the darkness as well.
If I remember correctly where we were, I want to go to the south.
All right. We can do that. You pull Garrison. You kind of have to jump over him and drag him, and you don't have to go very far, only about 10 feet or so, before you're clear. And let me move this thing out of the way for a second. I'm just gonna put it to the back. There probably was a chance you could have grabbed this dude by accident, but he's not furry, so you would know which one is which.
Okay. So we're out with 10 feet.
Yeah, you end up dragging him out this way. Like I think we're here. You can go about 15. You have to kind of like jump over him to here, and then you'd get like another 10 feet. So you'd end up like kind of like here dragging him out, and he's just barely in the darkness himself. But
I'm
enough that you guys
sorry.
can see him.
I'm trying to imagine all this in my head. I can't see right now.
Oh, did your computer go down or something?
It's all reloading.
All right. You are just at the edge of the darkness. You look to your left, you see Gretchen. Behind you is Nazov, and you can still hear Izek in the darkness ahead of you. Garrison's
I'm
about
gonna
halfway out.
attempt to drag us closer to Gretchen with the rest of my movement.
This is your movement. You have 30 feet of movement, right? Yeah, because it's half movement when you're dragging somebody.
Yeah.
So this is where you are. Any bonus actions before we press on?
Yes. We haven't stabilized Garrison, have we?
Not yet.
Okay. I will use bonus action, healing word.
All right. Give us some damage healing.
Did that go through?
It did. 7
Yep.
points.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, that's all I can do.
Alrighty, let's go to the guards. This guard here is going to drag his buddy out this way. And then we go to Bimothy.
Okie doke. I will rush over here to kind of see what's going on. Yeah, I'll come down here to the bonus action dash and rush down over here. And then at the end of the turn, since I haven't been attacked or haven't attacked, I will lose my panic. So I will shrink back down to normal size.
All right, and I'll flip you back to normal.
And yeah, I'll just ask, is everything okay? What's going on over here?
As you run over this way, you see Jareth has just pulled out what appears to be a half man, half wolf.
Oh my god!
And then he's cast a spell, and suddenly the wolf, its eyes like flash open and starts snarling again because it is awake.
Oh, what is that? And then, yeah, that'll be my turn.
All right. Chin is up.
Oh no. All right, we have to get out of here.
I agree.
You still got a crazy Garrison. Crazy cursed werewolf Garrison. A Werison. Thank you.
And I have no
I'm
way
here all
of-
night.
GM inspiration.
I don't know what to do.
Gotta do something. Are you gonna lose your turn? You hear Izek in the darkness. Where did he go? I'll hack him to pieces. No wolves in Valaki.
Alright,
Izek is likely coming, especially because Garrison is now thrashing about and probably making plenty of noise.
I don't have anything I can do to help him, other than healing him, but Sorry, I don't know what to do. That's it.
Do you want to ready an action in case something else happens?
I don't know what I would. Sorry, I'm.
All right.
I was with you. Yeah.
What's that?
I was in the same boat with you, Grish.
It's a tough decision to make. Izek is up. I'm gonna roll a perception check for him real quick here, and see if he can find you guys. Where'd he go?
He's still in darkness, yeah.
Yeah. That's why I'm gonna roll a perception check. It's gonna be a pretty easy check though because Garrison's making noise. Oh yeah. Out of the darkness strides Izek. Right out between all of you, and he looks down to his left and he sees this wolf just like snapping at the air, getting ready to get back up. Because Garrison's gonna be going soon. And Izek says, "I thought you were dead." And he raises his axe again.
Garrison growls at him. I think you get advantage.
Yeah, because he's still prone. And Garrison goes down again.
Oh, it hurts so good.
And he has got a second attack. Is anybody trying to stop him?
Don't we need you need the sentinel feat
Garrison's
to
already
attack someone
down.
who's attacking an ally?
I'm just saying if anybody's saying something. Yeah, he's been hacked
yeah.
right back down again. Jareth used a healing word, but as it came out and hit him with his axe. And is going to swing again. Everybody's pausing.
I'm gonna do cutting words.
What are you talking about? Who is that? Why are we?
It's Garrison.
It's Garrison. Oh my god!
I'm gonna use my reaction to do cutting words. I haven't done that in a while.
All right. To see if this might help him. Well, here comes the attack.
To see if
this. You know what? Give me a for Bimothy and Gretchen. Somebody roll a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
I have -1 on that.
Same.
All right. I'm pretty sure he's not going to be listening to you guys.
Oh, ignore.
Yeah, he is.
minus-
He's ignoring you guys. But maybe the cutting words will help. Let's see what happens with the axe. Cutting words? How much do the cutting words do, and what is Garrison's AC?
As a reaction, it's a 1d6 die against either his attack roll or damage roll. Should I do? I guess I should probably.
My AC is 11. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Never mind. So
Or 12.
I call.
Actually, in hybrid.
I use
Well,
a bardic
you should still have
inspiration
your
to call
armor.
Izek a
No.
punk.
Your armor didn't fall off.
No. It says wolf humanoid hybrid back into its true form. Its statistics other than its AC are the same in each form, and my AC in my werewolf form is 12.
That's for the werewolf itself, which does not like a normal, because you're using the stat block, right?
The shape changer. Yeah, if you read it, I don't know. It says the werewolf can use its action to polymorph into a wolf humanoid hybrid, which is what I am, right?
Mhm.
Or into a wolf, or back into its true form, which is a humanoid. Its statistics other than AC are the same in each form.
Other than AC.
So AC changes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm the wolf humanoid hybrid, and it says armor class is 12 in hybrid form.
Right, but that's because a normal werewolf doesn't wear armor. What kind of armor? What is Garrison's armor? Like, what's his armor class normally?
My AC is normally a 16, and he's wearing chainmail.
So even if he had rolled like max on cutting words, it's not. It's just going to bring you to. Well, that would bring you to 15.
Give it a shot. Go for it.
You got to roll a 6, Riles.
Okay, a 6 will do it. Let's see.
Yeah, if you roll a 6 on you have to roll
Oh,
Yay.
I called Izek a punk and it worked. Let's go.
You call him a punk, and he is maybe a little bit more susceptible to Riles than other people, because he's kind of got a little bit of beef with Riles. He thinks you're funny, but right now He doesn't. His axe sort of slips a little bit in his hand when you call out to him, and it chunks into the ground, like right beside Garrison's head, kind of sliding off part of his armor. And he stands up and he slowly turns around to look at Riles.
Nice.
And then he points his claw towards you. You are next. Nazoth is up.
Come and get me, Izzy. He says as he's like preparing something to make him fast.
Helios, you with us? Nazoth, are you double muted, triple muted?
We need you.
Nazoth. Did he sybil it?
Nazoth.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna send him a CV, maybe just not there.
Maybe he fell asleep.
We might have to
Hey,
skip
partner.
Nazoth for a
Can
moment.
you not
Saddle
hear
up.
me?
Oh no,
Oh,
we
there
couldn't.
he is.
There you
Not
go.
until
Now.
just now. There you are.
All right. Okay, so yeah, I get. I'm not sure what I can do right now. I don't want to attack Izek, but I do want to cause chaos. What do you think will happen if I shoot this guy?
I don't know.
We might win D&D.
Y'all dare me to do
I'll start making a new character.
it?
I'm probably gonna run away.
No, I'm just gonna hold my action for now.
Hold it or ready it.
Lame.
Actually, I'm
Because
gonna
you can't really
point him
hold
out to Izek. I'm saying, hey, Izek, look, a distraction.
So Izek being right at the edge of the darkness probably can't see him because this is a dome, and they're right here at the edge of it. He kind of like he's looking towards Riles, and you try to point the other direction. He's like, "I will not fall for that."
Okay, but seriously, guys, who's that on the roof up there?
What?
Good question.
Up there on the roof.
Oh my god.
He's just standing there, menacingly.
He's watching and hanging from the roof, kind of. He's got one hand kind of like on like part of a rooftop, and he's leaning out kind of precariously.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold off on my action. I'm not gonna do anything.
All right, Riles.
Okay, so Riles is gonna blow a raspberry at Izek, and then he's going to cast Kinetic Jaunt on himself as a bonus action, and then he's gonna run. He's hightailing it, and he's gonna wink at Gretchen like, "Hey, you take care of Garrison." But yeah, he's going to try to get Izzy to run this way. So with Kinetic
Are you
Jaunt,
gonna throw an actual spell at him, or are you just kind of kinetic jaunting and dashing out of there?
yeah, no, I'm just Kinetic Jaunting and dashing.
All right.
Come and get it, Izzy. Can I try persuasion to see if I can encourage him to come after me? If I can,
You could try
Matador.
performance if you want.
It's the
taunt
same
roll.
bonus.
Like crack a joke at his expense.
Yeah,
Roast him for a moment.
yeah. Izzy, I'll reuse one because it's so good. Izzy, your mama's so big, takes 2 fireballs.
Wait, did you use that before?
Yeah, I did use that on the
Yep.
first day. Okay, so with Kinetic John, I think I have 70. 35.
Kinetic junk increases your walking speed by 10 foot. So what's your normal speed?
25.
So 35, you can go 70.
Hell yeah.
Hi, you're fast as me now.
Yeah. Finally.
You cast Bimothy Jaunt.
Matthew John. And then panic.
All right, and you crack a joke
Uh,
at Izek's expense, and then you hightail it trying to drag him away.
Yeah, I like jump over these cultists and just run out of town pretty much.
All right. Are you going to try to at least try to give him a chance to catch you? Because if you move too fast, he may give up.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
This dude in the first round. First round, move 70 feet. And let's see how far he goes. Because you don't know exactly how quick he is. So it's probably a good idea just to full-on run.
Okay. Yeah. If I'm going to run and try to see if he looks like I got a 22 performance. So hopefully that.
Yeah. That's pretty darn good. You can get to right here past the cultist.
Sweet.
You can go 2 more.
If not, I would still have my turn. I could vicious mockery and then use that to Yomama roast him instead.
If you're dashing right now, you won't be able to this turn, but next turn you can. If it's not like that.
If he doesn't come, if he doesn't take the bait, okay.
All right. Garrison, you know what to do.
You know what to do, Garrison. Ba-da-dee-da. Click the dice roller. Toggle. Hatza.
You almost woke up on that one, but you didn't. You don't die.
I didn't.
Garrison kind of shakes. The werewolf shakes on the ground. Bdizik is already looking back in the direction of Riles. You cracked a good joke at his expense. Jareth, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna attempt to keep dragging Garrison this way, as far as I can go.
All right. You go 15 feet with him.
Yeah.
No, actually, you've got him grabbed already, so you can go up to 30 feet if you want. But that's going to be your entire turn.
Would you mind moving me?
Oh, sure. One moment. I got to move this out of the way.
Am I good for bonus action now?
Yeah, you can take a bonus action.
Yeah, I'll just do the healing word again.
Alrighty then. Healing word again. You're gonna wake him up again.
Yes.
Yeah, Jared's my homie. He's got my back.
Okay. Roll it. 10 points.
Hell yeah, baby.
Guards go. This guy's still dragging his buddy away.
Wish I knew how to make
Further
wolf noises.
tended to him. They're staying clear of this crazy stuff. And Bimothy's up.
Let's see what to do. I see Jareth dragging what I've been told is Garrison.
You can see that he's wearing pieces of his armor and you recognize the clothes.
Yeah. I mean, still though, it's a bit interesting situation. All right, I will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. I will use my movement to get next to Jareth.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna give him the help action to help him drag Garrison, so that way we can maybe move him a little bit farther, a little bit quicker.
You might be able to, but Garrison is now awake again and growling, and he will likely try to tear you guys up.
If I see that, then I'm going to I'm going to when I get close and I see that, I'm going to non-lethally try and knock him out.
All right, go for it.
What am I doing this with?
May as well use your magic sword.
Yeah. I will.
Werewolves don't
I'll
take damage for anything that's non-magical.
Yeah, that's true. I have to use my silver longsword. I will try and slap him across the face with the flat of the blade. And just kind of go, ah! Scream. So
roll with advantage. He's still prone.
Okay, cool.
This is so funny.
That's a nat 20.
Bonk. He goes down. across the way, Izek, who was looking over, like as Jareth is dragging him away, he's like, "What are you doing?" And he's kind of torn a little between that situation and Riles. And then when he sees Bimothy go over and hack him like with his sword, he's like, "Yes, finish him off. I get the little one."
Rob, does it matter that it's silvered?
Yeah, it matters.
In what? Like
The only way that's the only way he could have knocked you out. Like he would not have done damage to you.
Oh, it's not like an instant murder because it was a silver.
No, I
No,
purposely tried to do non-lethal damage, but it wouldn't do anything if it was not silver. So
werewolves can still take non-lethal damage. They just need to be a magic weapon or a silver weapon for that to happen. Because they're immune to everything else. So yeah, that knocks you unconscious. You're not bleeding out anymore. And with that, you probably start de-transforming, like slowly. We'll get back to you in a moment, though. That's it for Bimothy?
yes.
All right, Gretchen.
All right. All right. So I pull myself together and let's get Garrison out of here. So I move down here. And can I help pick up Garrison?
Sure. With all of you kind of working together, you could probably move like at normal pace if you want to, like, next round, get out of here.
Okay.
No, the hands. Don't take me without the hands.
Don't worry about
Quiet
that.
you. You're unconscious.
Oh.
I'm more than happy to mutilate a corpse in the middle of a fight.
So Gretchen's moving in to help help grab the body and scram when you get the chance.
Yes.
All right. Izek goes, and Izek tears off after actually he goes after Riles, but he's not going to go that far. He moves half the distance, 30 feet here to this side of the fountain, and to get within line of sight of you, and that hand of his ignites.
Oh fuck.
He's 18
Yeah, that hits.
for 13 points of damage. Let's make sure that he's actually within range. He's still within range. He's got a 60-foot range, so no disadvantage.
You lit my ass. All right. 13.
And you just hit him and say, "My mother is dead."
Sorry about that, Izzy.
Soon you will be too.
No. Remember the dances? The dances were fun, remember?
He seems a little kind of pissed right now, and
Yeah.
kind of homicidal. That was it for him. He moved, he chucked fire, and then we go to Nazoth.
As somebody's echoing. BT dubs.
That was
How do I?
Oh.
I'm not sure how to lift this guy without on my own. I don't think I can.
Lift who? Adrian? What's your strength?
Not. It doesn't.
You could drag him. You're just going to be at half speed, kind of like everybody else.
Okay, well, if I'm keeping me up with everyone else, I'm just gonna.
It probably won't, because they're going to be dashing off with Garrison because they're all working together. You're going to be dragging a body behind them through the streets.
Oh, what a time to! It seems like whenever I'm selecting spells, I look at the spell and I'm like, I'm never going to use this, and then a situation comes up when I could have totally used it. But
What'd you get rid of that you should have kept?
Like
Decapitate hands?
no, it was like severing or something like that.
Llamas with hands or whatever it is, or llamas with hats. You forget you took out your llamas with hats spell.
I would love that spell.
Do you have anything else?
No, I don't have anything. I don't have anything.
Do you have a dagger and some grit?
Yeah,
it would take me, I imagine, more than a turn to cut his hands off.
probably. Yeah. Well, you might be able to get one, depending on how skilled you are with the knife.
Where's Izek going? He's going.
He is going out. He's chasing after Riles, and he just roasted him a little bit.
Can I cancel the darkness spell and kind of point out the guy on the roof. I
Sure.
use my hand as though you guys can see it.
Darkness spell goes away. What are you saying?
Hey, Isaac, there's a guy on the roof. Looks menacing. Maybe you want to focus on him.
He's give me a I don't know. Give me like a deception check or something. Isaac doesn't seem to be interested like in random stuff on rooftops. Like he's got his targets, werewolves and like Riles. So this is going to be kind of hard.
Are you kidding me? That's my best skill.
Oh, do you have inspiration?
No.
It's just fallen on deaf ears. Like he's just not even listening to you. He's in the process of like roaring about his mother and throwing fire at Riles.
Screw it. I'll just drag this guy.
All right. You start dragging him away. You can take him 15 feet, and I'll give you control of him. Should be over there. Dragging him off down the walkway. The woman over here who's grabbed her child and is taking them home. Maybe. There's a dead werewolf over here. People hiding in shadows as you guys are dragging bodies through the streets. Valaki. Nice. Riles, what you gonna do?
Okay. I have options.
You better appreciate this, Garrison.
I could either dash and healing word myself, or I could minor illusion a Riles and then try to dash, or not dash, but run, and hide.
Minor illusion's a cantrip, right?
Yeah.
Is it the cantrip? So it doesn't really move. So they make really poor replacements for people.
Okay.
They don't breathe. They don't move.
Maybe maybe
70
after
feet,
running
hope you could
in a
make a
good spot.
turn.
What's that?
I was going to say with 70 feet, you hope you could run and then turn down an alleyway that would.
Yeah, there are like you
break
could
line
run
of
off this
sight.
map and like
Yeah.
around some buildings and like break line of sight with this guy
Okay, that's what
and try to hide or something if you want.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'll dash and find an alleyway and hide, and also try to healing word myself.
All right. Oh, did you roll a concentration check for taking damage? And does that spell that you've got up right now require concentration?
I think that it does. Kinetic jaunt. Let me see. Yep. Okay. So what is concentration? Is it
It's a con saving throw.
a con saving throw? Okay. 19.
Right. You still have the spell up.
Cool.
You've got a lead on him right now. Like he's almost 60 feet behind you. Like you could dash, go behind some buildings, and sort of cut through some alleyways, and you'll probably be out of sight from him for at least a round.
Okay, that's what I want to do. Yeah, I'll try to meet up with my buddies later.
And are you going to throw a healing on yourself
Yeah.
as you're going? Healing word?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do that. And we'll put you at the edge of the map here, and we're going to assume that you've run off behind some buildings. 8 points. Not bad.
Hell yeah.
Garrison, you are unconscious but stable at the moment. And you are slowly transforming back. Nazoth, you keep pointing up at this guy that's on like the roof over here, and he was watching like Garrison in like this fight, and he's watching Izza kind of run off another direction. And when you keep pointing to him, his eyes, like you can kind of feel like this little glow, like cat's eyes kind of turn and like look your direction and focus on you for a moment. And then you see him kind of reach up behind him, and like he did before, it's almost like his hand grabs the moon and then turns it again. And Garrison, suddenly all the fur strips away from him and he transforms back fully into his human form. After this guy does that, he slips back into the shadows behind the roof and vanishes.
I was gonna say after he sees that, I was gonna point to the group and say, "Master, I brought the prisoners," but he disappeared on me.
That would have been fun.
Alrighty. At this point, I think it's Jareth, Bimothy, and Gretchen dragging Garrison off, right?
Yes.
Last with them helps Naz.
What was that? Yeah,
So
you could.
unless
You could.
well,
You guys could split
two
off.
and
Like 3
two?
people are probably too
Yeah.
much to carry one. But one of you could split off and help Naz drag off Adrian.
All right, I
However,
pass.
Isaac is still very close by. So do you guys take precautions to try to like not make yourselves like he's only like 30 feet away?
What a night for me to not have my corpse hauling kit.
How do you guys want to try to get away from this guy without being like noticed? Do you want to like? Are you just gonna make a run for it and hope he doesn't notice you? By the way, here comes Bubble. Giggles is like.
Is there like
Garrison's face?
Is there like
I was just about to call for him.
I say we make a run for it. Riles will be missed.
Let's see. Could we go into this house and go through the back?
Sure, you could do that. Someone's house, and there's people like looking out the windows. And you have to push the door open to get in there, but you could do that. That would keep you behind the fountain and not like out in the middle of the street, like dragging his body away.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry for the disturbance. Just be a moment.
All right. So Gretchen directs what Bimothy to help drag through the house. Is Jareth going to be then with Nazoth dragging Adrian somewhere else?
Here, Naz. I'll help. And I pass off Garrison to Bimothy.
All right. Got 2 groups, 2 bodies, going 2 different directions. That's
Your
fine.
typical
And
D&D adventure.
and you got Riles running off another direction. The guards are kind of still doing they're just taking care of each other at the moment. And then we get to Bimothy and Gretchen. You guys go into the house, dragging a body with you. Some of the locals freak out. A woman screams. But there's nothing they're going to do to stop you. Isaac, meanwhile, tears off after Riles. You come back! He just runs off this way.
Oh, we're in 3 groups.
You now
We
are
split the
literally
party!
you split the party 3 ways. Like some of you are down this way at the end, going down this road. Bimothy, Gretchen, and Garrison have gone through this house into a back lot here. The Lady Petrovna is not here; she has run off home. And our only real problem we have at this point is Riles needs to get away. Are you just going to keep running on full on, just tearing out of here? Because you're faster than Isaac is. You can tell that by now.
Yeah, I have I have kinetic jump for 1 minute. And I'm gonna try to run, and my goal would be to lose Isaac and try to meet up with a group if there was a way that I could do that. But if not, just running from Isaac, pure survival is #1 priority for sure.
Give me a stealth check.
Okay.
And roll it with advantage because you are faster than he is. And I'll roll a perception check to
check.
see if he can't try to somehow maybe cut you off. 24. All right. You lose him. I can't even roll. His perception is not good enough to notice you. You hear him kind of, calling out from the buildings behind you. Come on, little funny man. Show yourself. Make me laugh. But he's just like echoing in like the streets of Vallaki, and you ditch him.
Can I leave a
do you
minor
guys have a
illusion
plan?
Just like something funny. It's just like a. Oh, I probably can't because I'll lose concentration.
Sure.
What?
Does minor illusion take concentration?
Oh, it doesn't. No. Okay. Yeah.
No, I don't think it does.
I leave a portrait of his mother, and it's not very flattering.
How do you know what his mother looks like? You don't.
I don't.
What
But it says
what does his portrait look like? How would Isaac know it's his mother?
It's Isaac with a wig.
It's Isaac with a wig, exactly, with like
It's a really big
facial
fat
hair.
Isaac.
Yeah, really big fat Isaac. And
And it
and
just
I
has
write
a sign on the bottom that says Isaac's mom.
exactly.
Your mom. You
Your
are
mom.
MOM.
All right, you've definitely made an enemy out of Isaac at this
shit.
point, Riles. Now everybody, Riles,
We're done with this town, right, guys?
Send me. Well, we can't do a right, guys, yet because you guys are all in 3 different directions.
Oh fuck.
Riles, send me a private message as to where you're going, where you think you're going to meet with the group, and let's get for Jareth or Nazoth, whichever of you is going to make this decision. you guys say where you're going, and Gretchen and Bimothy, one of you send me a message saying where you're going.
This is gonna be fun.
This is great, guys.
Jareth, you go ahead and do it. I'm just dragging this guy following you.
Oh man.
Gretchen Bimothy's gonna go wherever you tell him to go.
Oh right. Oh,
I
right.
sent.
Oh,
All right, I've got 2 so far. Just need 1 more.
oh boy.
Gretchen, it's all on you.
I'm trying to think what's outside the town.
Yeah, think about where Jareth would go. Come on.
No clues.
Shush. Yeah, we gotta do this the right way.
I'm not saying anything.
have-
I'm just saying, Jareth is taking the lead on this.
That's
one.
a clue.
You know that Jareth would go right back to Death House.
I mean, that's actually probably true. He's got the deed.
But that's
Oh,
not
boy,
super close, I don't think.
yeah.
No more comments to the peanut gallery.
My sense of geography's gone, guys. I have no idea.
Here,
in
I'll
yourself.
put the map of Valakia up, and then you can
Okay.
decide.
Okay, yeah, that would be helpful.
And while I do that, while the map is up,
Oh.
maybe I should play some Benny Hill music.
Where
elf
are
camp.
we right now? Like, where's
You guys
town
were
center?
so I'm putting you guys over at the market where you were.
Right.
Okay. So we're
Riles is off this way somewhere.
That's where we're leaving. Okay.
And
Guys,
Gretchen
should be over here.
is.
so the elf camp would be going through the entire city
I'm trying to get over.
to over
Here,
here.
I'll put you guys like this. Like this is kind of like where you were. And Riles ran up and like behind some buildings. Over here somewhere. All right, Gretchen. Got a decision.
Oh,
Everybody else has already made theirs at this point.
of
uh,
course. I'll send it over.
Okay.
Believe in
I have no
yourself.
idea. Never. All right, I sent it in Discord.
All right, I'm sending you a message back. I kind of need to know like how you're like what direction you're taking to get there.
Okay.
And if you could, can you ping on the map here?
What direction I'm going?
There. Do you see what I wrote?
Yeah.
There are. Alrighty. So that is to make sure. Okay. Alrighty then.
Yeah. I know the
Gretchen and Bimothy,
And Garrison, don't be forget.
and Garrison, they do not arrive at the church like Jareth and Nazoth and the body of Adrian and Riles, who is hiding in the church, I think, by the time they get there.
Oh,
I thought we were leaving the city. That's not leaving the city.
That's what?
I thought the only place that we know. Okay.
You mean our safe haven, where we have a fortress
In
of
the city.
solitude?
It's in the
against
city.
dra-
It's funny because I messaged Gretchen just like the church.
Oh, I didn't get it. Or I
Oh, you
see it.
didn't?
Oh, no, I didn't get it. I don't see it at
Awesome. So where are we going, Gretchen?
You got Bimothy. Gretchen says,
never
"Let's just
been
get
over
out of
here."
town," and she heads towards the east gate, the gate you guys have never used before.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Dragged through like the backyards of people's houses, around behind the Oh, actually, this is interesting too.
Passing the toy
Something
shop.
happens on the way here.
oh,
You guys are
shit.
like
all.
making
I
your way
avoid
like
decisions
around.
for reasons. There's reasons I avoid making decisions.
But you're the group,
Gret-
Mom.
Gretchen, I don't have notes for this side of town.
I know this is the best.
It was the closest gate.
No, this is amazing. I love this.
My entire thought is get out of the city.
You guys are being dragged. you're dragging poor Garrett. Do you wake him up at this point
I'll
now? Like
wake
he's
him up.
unconscious.
As soon as he's human, I wake him up.
All right. So this probably happens as you guys are kind of passing the house over here. It was the Hold on, let me get my list of places here.
The coffin maker.
The coffin maker's house is like right here, and then you've got the stockyard, the Arisex stockyard right there. So you guys pass the coffin maker's place, and you're making your way like around the stockyard. And as you're passing by like one of the gates, you can hear from inside the stockyard, like you can hear the sounds of the wagon in there just going like a little nuts, like kind of shaking, and you can hear the growl of that tiger. Maybe it's around this point that Garrison, like, they stop for a moment and they heal you and make sure that you don't go crazy on them again. So like maybe this is like you stop for a moment here, and Garrison can sort of like, you know, come back to consciousness and rejoin the group.
I have an idea for shenanigans.
Garrison, what do you do when you awaken? Like you find when you do, you're like over near the stockyard. You don't see the rest of your companions other than Gretchen and Bimothy. You feel like shit. You got a big giant knot on your head. You don't have hands still, so that's normal. What are you thinking and what do you say?
I think he kind of comes to as Gretchen or like slaps him awake, or like maybe even the dog is licking him. It's just what happened to Adrian? Where's everybody else? Where's Riles? What happened? Where are my hands?
Went to hell. A lot of the whole affair just like went to shit real quick.
Obviously, I was gonna kill somebody there. What happened? I
Yeah,
saw
you don't
him go
remember
down,
anything.
but
Like after like you heard that voice and said yes, you hardly remember anything other than a lot of pain.
At one moment, I was just at the bottom of that, and I yelled out, and I thought one of you were gonna help me, and then someone said they could. The moon spun in circles, and God, my head hurts. Where's Adrian? And he like looks up right at Gretchen. Gretchen, where is Adrian?
He's dead.
Where?
I don't know.
I think Nazoth took him. He was
Nazoth
carrying him,
and
right?
Jareth took him.
Yeah, you saw
His
Nazoth
body.
and Jareth kind of drag off in a different direction.
So,
How did you get separated?
Well, you kind of turned into a big monster. It started attacking everyone, and we kind of had to get you out of there real quick. So there was no real time to discuss what we were doing. We kind of just went in different directions.
Oh no. He looks straight up at the moon, and like the moon's not even full, and he's like, what do you mean I turned the world? That doesn't make any sense. Look, we're supposed to have time.
I mean, the moon kind of
turned full.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird things happen. I mean, I'm kind of still catching up myself because I was kind of occupied by fighting some zombies, but yeah, it was all big situations.
Zombies?
Yeah.
What the? All right, we need. Where's there? We need to get back to everyone else. Are we going to the church? Are you dragging me to the church?
We go to the church. It's in the city.
Give me a perception check for the three of you.
What do you mean the city? We're in the city.
We need to get out of it.
We need the church.
I need perception
Don't worry.
checks. Gretchen.
I'm trained in this.
Oh God.
All right.
Still higher than my 4.
This doesn't. Wait. What? This is nowhere near the church. Why are we over here?
The church is the first place Isaac would look.
It's a holy place, though.
We didn't really discuss this. What would happen if we were to get separated? We didn't come up with a backup plan.
If I just got my hands earlier, this never would have been a problem.
You guys suddenly hear like the break of like a crate from right on the other side of the wall into the stockyard, and you hear, "Oh shit!" And realize that there was someone right on the other side of the wall listening to you.
That predicts.
Hello?
What the hell is that?
You guys are right near the gate, so you could like grab the you could go to the gate, or you could grab the edge of the fence and like look over the top. But you hear somebody kind of like stumbling around right on the other side.
Timothy, check that out. What is that? I can't even move.
Okay. I'll hop up and try and see over the fence.
You
Is anyone
see,
there?
yeah, there's someone there. There is Rictavio, the entertainer, right on the other side of the wall. It seems as if he was listening in on your conversation. And he's got like a piece of a crate like stuck on his boot, and he's just like kicking it off. Like it looked like he tried to step on to like a crate that's right at the edge of the fence here to get closer and listen in, and it collapsed or something.
Oh, it's that Bard guy, Ricky Gervais.
Does he have Tony with him?
He looks over at Bimothy when you say that. You're looking over the fence, and he's like, I apologize. I heard you talking, and sounded as if there was trouble in the city. What has happened?
The fair kind of went to shit.
Zombies and werewolves.
Oh my!
Can you help me? My head hurts, man.
Help you? Would you need a stiff drink? Help you how?
I don't know. You got anything on you?
He kind of checks himself, and he's like, no, not really. I might have something in the wagon. He kind of glances over, and you see the wagon's kind of shaking a little bit, like you can hear that the
never
tiger in
mind.
there's
Don't
pissed.
need it. Oh, wait, Tony's in there?
Yeah.
Oh, can we get Tony out? You got a leash for Tony?
Why do we need Tony out?
Because we gotta get to the church. And who knows what's
What does that
between
have
us
to
and
do with us getting to the church?
Tony can get us there. He's a tiger.
At this point, the constabulary are going to be looking for us.
Which, hence, if we had a tiger, would help. This is Tony's moment, guys. He's great.
Octavio comes to the gate, having been like discovered and still listening in. He says, "Well, why are they? You say the constabulary? You mean Izek? And his guards are looking for you. What did you do?"
Oh no! They're not looking for us. Definitely not. We were there helping.
Helping what? What
like
happened?
Timothy said that the parade went to crap and zombies came.
And then cultists
came.
Werewolves.
You said werewolves?
Cultists.
No, I didn't say werewolves. You said werewolves. I said cultists.
Bimothy definitely said werewolves.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe there was a werewolf.
Wasn't there more than just you were there, werewolf? Right?
Yeah, they tried to kidnap a child.
Above the table, yeah.
That sounds like hearsay.
Objection!
Objection!
Yeah, that was...
I love that.
All right, Phoenix.
You said there were werewolves in the city trying to drag off children. Never have they been so bold before.
Not
it was
concerned about
a
zombies
bit of a shit show.
or the cultists. What kind of pure focus on one evil is this?
I mean, werewolves are pretty dangerous, Garrison.
This is Barovia. I have seen zombies in the streets before. They have wandered out of the coffin makers every once in a while, or dug themselves out of graves. But the werewolves, they're usually smart enough to steer clear of the cities.
Yeah, to be honest, from what I've seen from this place, it's not hard to believe. This place is a literal hellhole.
Can you smuggle us in your wagon over to the church?
Again, he glances over the wagon. He says, "It's a little occupied at the moment."
Yeah, again, Garrison. No, tiger. Stop it.
Look, let him run. Let him run.
That is not going to help us in our current situation.
Tony, I believe in you, Tony.
Tony is an animal.
Javier shakes his head and he says,
you.
"The tiger is a bad idea.
The tiger
is
a bad.
It's not
idea.
ready."
I've been saying this.
How do you know?
From day one. No tiger.
All right.
You hear Nazoth whisper in your ear, "Do it."
Shut up, Nazoth. You're not here.
I don't. Yeah, I don't want to hear it. You wouldn't shoot Struck. So, well, then what? Now what? We got to get to the church. And I haven't heard any of you mention Riles. Where's Riles?
I don't know. He kind of ran in a third direction. We kind of all split up.
He took the heat off of us from Isaac.
Yeah.
Isaac.
Oh, he did.
Isaac.
That little guy.
Isaac.
He's so brave.
Well,
we got to find him too. But all right.
Well, is there like
We're not leaving the city until we get all of our friends and my hands back, Gretch.
They might have left the city. We don't know.
Well, I'm going to check the church.
Yeah, but we have not set a place that we could meet, so we kind of have to think about where they potentially might be. And I mean, the church sounds like a pretty good option to me.
We're as far east as we can be. Let's just walk west. Eventually we'll find somebody, or we'll have to run from something, and we'll get to the church.
Maybe we could try and conceal ourselves, like get some robes or some blankets or something to cover ourselves, so we're not immediately obvious. Is there like a clothesline around that like we can
Octavio says,
Gervais,
I think that I could help you with that. I do.
Perfect.
Wait here. And he moves back over to his wagon. Goes into the front of it and starts like pulling out like a chest. Disappears kind of like for a little bit, and then when he comes back, he has 3 different outfits that they don't necessarily seem like performers' outfits, but they are like one of them makes like would do for like any sort of commoner like in like Vallaki. Like if you wanted to dress like just some regular guy in the street, like one of these is a very just sort of like would fit right in a crowd. Another one is a little bit more flamboyant, maybe like noble's clothes or something like that. But he's got cloaks as well, and enough to kind of cover you guys and to attempt to disguise you. I'm assuming that none of you have the disguise skill, or
I can't wear pants. Pants don't work with my legs.
I have a hard time with gloves myself.
No, I have no proficiency with disguise kit.
Proficiency with disguise.
I have proficiency with horn.
All right, he does have proficiency with disguise.
I'm nice with a land vehicle though.
He begins sort of like putting some hats on you and some cloaks to try to cover you up to disguise you. And let's roll a few disguise checks here. Alrighty then. Gretchen, you notice, and actually Garrison too, probably all of you notice that at certain points he's kind of mumbling under his breath, and you realize that he's casting guidance spells to sort of aid his skills. All right, let's go for Garrison, Bimothy, and Gretchen. And then with a little bit of guidance on each of these. Which is enough that Garrison's the only one that's a little bit hard, maybe because of the hands, but it still ends up around a 14. Bimothy, he does something like with you that like he puts you in some sort of like a he dresses you as a woman. So you don't need
that's what I was wanting. Let's go.
He dresses you as a woman and you're wearing long skirts.
Yeah, because I can't wear pants.
Bim probably looks good dressed.
He does, like from a distance.
Super fit Bim.
I've got like a big hat on to cover my horns, and
yeah, that is just wrong.
Gymnast that's wearing an outfit like the broadest shoulders and biceps.
But Bimothy's not built that way. I don't.
No,
think.
he's lanky as fuck.
A dreamy
lithe.
Mm-hmm.
And Gretchen ends up with like an 18, so like she is disguised as well. Probably wearing the commoner's sort of outfit. So you have like maybe what appears to be a well-to-do, almost like a noble lady for Bimothy, guard for Garrison, and maybe like a retainer or something for Gretchen. This takes a little while, and as he's getting you sort of set up like in the stockyard, I'm going to jump over to the church, where Riles, you're the first to arrive here. And of course, when you get here, people are like, there's a few people that have already run straight to the church after the attack in the market. So you're not technically the first sort of person to get here, but you're the first of your group. And there's a few that are already like freaking out to like Father Lucian, like, the werewolves have come into town, been attacked, and they were the Walking Dead. And like they start telling like all these stories about like the terrible things that were happening in town. And he's just like, quick, into the sanctuary, all of you. And into this comes Riles. And you don't see any of your group right away, but you were moving pretty quick. Do you go to Father Lucian, or do you try to just like blend with the crowd? What's your plan here?
Yeah, I'd probably try to just blend with the crowd and just keep an eye out for other members of the group before I started any hoobleoo, any talking.
All right. So you're just hanging out by the door as other people are coming to the church seeking sanctuary.
Pretty much.
You're there for maybe a couple minutes or so before you see Jareth and Nazoth like coming down the road with Adrian kind of draped between the two, like looking a little bit like a drunk guy that had too much to drink. Although you know that he's likely dead and dripping, leaving a trail behind.
Need a bed for me and one for my friend here. He's dead tired.
Nazoth, you just drag him into the church?
Yeah.
The Nazoth and Jareth. Fern, you're there?
Yep.
All right. The two of you have arrived with the body and have rendezvoused with Riles at the church. There's, like I said, there's other people here that are kind of pushing their way inside. You guys pull Adrian in and maybe off to like a corner or whatnot. Father Lucian's too busy to even ask like about this guy. He doesn't know that you guys, that he was murdered by a member of your party. He just thinks that maybe you're trying to help this poor guy, which you're not.
One too many drinks.
Yeah,
You have one too many drinks. Weekend Adrian's is what's going to happen for the rest of the night. You guys walk this guy around and pretend he's still alive.
Rouse is gonna try to help with that, like really try to solidify. Like, hi, Jareth, hi, Nazoth, hi. Oh, you got beat up pretty bad by the guys. We need to make it look like we're healing him or something. Okay, let's sit him up, prop him, put some glasses on him.
Oh, I thought we were gonna bury him and take his hands.
Well, yeah, later.
And make it look like we weren't doing that.
Yeah,
No, we're going to puppeteer him.
We're puppeteering him for right now.
Are we gonna puppeteer him?
There's a graveyard right outside the church.
I am too low level to know any necromancy spells, so we have to puppeteer this guy. All right, now if you've got a better idea, I don't want to hear it because I prefer this.
Well, I'm still gonna say it. All right, let's go to the graveyard, pretend we're burying him while we get the hands for Garrison, and then bury him without anybody seeing we took the hands.
Speaking of Garrison, where is everyone? Wasn't it obvious that we'd meet in the church? Don't tell me they're trying to go outside.
I thought it'd be obvious. I thought it would be, since that's where we've been spending the nights at, and it's a safe haven.
Oh man,
I'm sorry, Gretchen. I'm just
that's a bird.
No, you're fine. It came to mind, but I just dismissed it because it was in the city. I'm sorry.
Whatever. It's all good. So do you want to do that?
I don't know. Maybe we should. Yeah. What do you think, Nazoth? Should we just admit that this guy is a corpse and then bury him?
Oh, you guys are no fun. Fine.
All right, let's go bury him and without anybody seeing, take his hands.
That sounds hard, but okay.
All right. So while there's chaos in the church, you grab this guy and maybe slip outside. Let's get a roll a d20 for me. Somebody in your group, just to see if Father Lucian notices that you're like dragging a body outside. I'm going to kill the initiative here.
Lucky number 13.
All righty. He's too busy to notice as you guys just slip outside and into the graveyard with Adrian's body. There is already a couple of graves like pre-dug because people die all the time here, and you could just choose one to like drop this guy in if you wish. Do somebody in this group have the necessary tools to collect some hands?
If I did, we wouldn't have this problem. I'd have just chopped his hands off and left the body there.
Yeah.
Well, you guys all look at each other. You don't have a knife between you.
Yeah. I've got a dagger.
I mean, yeah, we got daggers.
You see, there's a shovel nearby.
I've got a scimitar.
You got a scimitar? That's a blade.
I just bring it out like, should I do it? Should I do it?
Might I do it?
I did it.
All right. Give me what did you roll?
Oh, I rolled it. There it is.
All right. Whack. One of the hands is hacked off. I'm gonna roll one more time. See anybody that's nearby might notice something. Roll a d20 for me. Alrighty. So far, you're like one of the hands comes off. You pop your head up. You look around. Doesn't seem like anybody's paying attention.
All right, I'll do the other one.
All right, make another attack roll. All right, that's good enough. You don't fumble and mess this thing up, but if you did fumble, you might have like chopped off some fingers or no. But trust me, as someone that has had to process like chickens and other animals before, it doesn't take much to fuck up. And you guys are not really doing that. You're just kind of butchering. And had you rolled a fumble, he may have like missed the hand and like chopped off a thumb or something like that instead. Or
He's got extra. Doesn't he have extras to spare?
Not extra thumbs.
That's true.
You now have these hacked off hands. They're pretty brutally chopped off. And then you push his body into a grave and you guys start burying it. What are you gonna do with the hands? Where are you gonna put them?
Wrap them up and hopefully get the rest of the crew gets here so we can attach them.
Attach them.
I'm really loving this well thought out plan.
Yeah.
Jared wasn't originally down.
I love it how we just assumed we're gonna attach them. Like that's how hands work.
All right, you guys are out burying a body in the graveyard for a little while here, figuring out what you're gonna do with these hands. No one seems to be the wiser at the moment. Doing dirty business in Barovia. Anybody that was walking by would probably just be like, just turn their heads and keep walking faster if they even noticed anything. Jumping back across town, Garrison, Bimothy, Gretchen, have been disguised. And Rictavio says to you, I want these clothes back. These are performance enhancers, and I will need them, should I put on a play.
All right. We'll find some way to get them back to you.
Why are you helping us?
That's a good question.
He kind of pauses for a moment and he says, I don't think that you are bad people. I think that you are fighting against the darkness here. That is my guess, at least.
That's exactly it. Have you been to our church? You should come. It's a place for people that feel the same way.
This is not a place for me, unfortunately.
I mean, it's not really a place for me. We're not like worshiping. We're just kind of hanging out. We threw a keg party yesterday.
I am aware. I did stop by for a short time. But I do have my own business in town.
Well, I can't thank you enough for your help. Be careful. I don't know what's between here and there. Can we maybe leave these somewhere for you? Like, maybe we'll leave the outfits at the church and you could just pick them up at your leisure.
That will be fine. Leave them there, maybe in the hands of Father Lucian. That way I'll know who to go to.
All right. Well, I think you're the #1 bard now in this city, by the way. You're welcome. And he winks.
You kind of chuckles at that.
Okay.
Never was very much competition here.
Oh, all right. I won't tell Riles that.
All right, you guys slip back across the city in your disguises. As you are making your way through the streets, you guys do see some of the guards are kind of out, like looking around, and you hear occasionally Izek kind of howling into the night nearby. Let's get 2 checks. Well, first of all, let's get a group stealth check from you, because I'm assuming you're not just walking through the main streets. You're trying to avoid people. These and roll it with advantage because you guys have these outfits.
Rolling it once because that just offsets.
Yeah, I also have disadvantage as well as my speed is halved. So I probably shouldn't take any kind of advantage here.
No, you can. You're not moving super fast. You're trying to blend in, is what this is.
Okay. So just this flat stealth roll.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Take. I mean, I'm not going to do well either. I got a 9. That was my
All right.
flat.
So a 9 for Gretchen, 9 for Garrison, 17
Hey, way to go,
for
Bim.
Bimothy.
Oh boy.
So 35 divided by 3 puts you guys at about 12, 11 or 12. It's stuff. I'm going to roll just for one of the guards to see if they notice you. Oh, what are the guards? Bonuses. Guard. Right here. Oh, they do not have a great bonus. You guys make it by some of these guards without them any the wiser. And maybe at one point that says, "You should go home, ma'am." One of them calls out to Bimothy. And you guys just you slip through the streets behind some buildings, and eventually you make your way, assuming you guys are headed to the church. Right? Or are you going somewhere else?
The church. I've been overruled.
Yeah, we're going to the church, and then we're going to find Riles. Because that's what Garrison's like. We're getting all of us before we get out of here.
All right. You arrive at the church, and you step inside, and you see that there are other people from the town that have flocked here because of the werewolf attack. They're freaking out. The church is pretty crowded. You see Father Lucian amongst those crowd trying to keep people calm. You guys look around initially, and you do not see Riles, Jareth, and Nazov.
Okay. I don't know if they're not here yet, or if they went somewhere else. I mean, like, this was the first place I was assuming to look, but maybe they could have gone somewhere else. I don't know where else they would have gone. We didn't really, like I said, we never really came up with a backup plan.
Father Lucian has not noticed your group. Probably just thinks you're just random members of the crowd. You are disguised.
Maybe we should ask. Excuse me. He's just looking at anyone that's in there. Have any of you seen that small entertaining guy, or the really pretty, beautiful blonde man?
You mean the elf? There's only like one elf. Well, there's elves that live outside of town, but there's only one elf with you. You ask around, and I'm gonna roll real quick to see if any of them noticed.
Oh, maybe you should amend your description, Garrison.
One of them says that they saw they saw the elf, and they saw the old man bring in someone that was hurt, and they're like, "Oh, they were over there," and they point, but then they're like, "Well, but they're not there now. I don't know where they went."
Is there like a doctor in town if they're trying to help someone that's hurt?
And they look over towards Father Lucian, who's like kind of like the only healer here. You could ask Father Lucian. Maybe they went to him.
Maybe yes.
Friends. Well, who was hurt? Did it look like a small little man with an afro?
No, it was the musician on stage.
Okay. How long ago did you see these guys?
5, maybe 10, 15 minutes ago. I don't know. A little while ago.
Okay.
They were here early. Like they were some of the first people to arrive.
Thanks. I appreciate that. Guys, they made it back. At least Naz and
But
Jared.
where are they now? Where did they go? Why didn't they stay here?
Maybe they are here. I don't know, but let's.
Gretchen, you're almost certain they went to the elves.
I mean, why would they stay in the city? It doesn't make any sense.
What do you mean? This is the same place. Clearly, they came here. They were thinking the same way we were.
I mean, Gretchen.
It's only safe until Izek knocks on the door.
Well,
Izzy and I are friends.
maybe Izzy came
Not
by and
anymore.
Maybe they ran off because
What
they
do you
didn't
mean
want
not
to get
anymore?
caught.
Why aren't Izzy and I friends?
He wanted to kill you very badly.
He's just jealous. What do you mean?
No, he seems to have a thing about werewolves. Yeah,
right.
he's not your friend anymore. That has been ruined. I am sorry.
Nah, we're just going through a hardship. Speaking of friends, where is Riles though? Where's our little guy?
I don't know. I hope he's okay.
Did we walk in at any point?
No, you guys are out burying a body.
If someone's gonna kill Riles, it's gonna be me.
Trying hard not to be noticed, while the other group is trying to not be noticed by people too, because they're wearing disguises and they went in the church.
All
I
right,
mean,
well,
maybe
should
we
we
should
go
ask
out?
Father Lucian, see if he knows where they are, and if not, maybe we go to the elves and see if that's where they are.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's probably where they went.
What, to the elves? All right. Well, let's ask Lucian. That seems like a good idea. Maybe he'll blush if you approach him like a lady, Timothy.
I'm not a lady. I don't know how to act like a lady.
Oh, but you're doing good. Do your best. It'll be funny.
You look lovely. It'll be fine.
Thank you.
You guys make your way through the crowd to Father Lucian?
Sure.
All right. When you finally get to him, do you guys reveal yourselves as to who you are? I'm going to roll a check real quick just to see if
No.
he does like a double take when you arrive, and he's like, finally, somebody makes a damn perception check in this fucking place. And he squints his eyes at Garrison and at Gretchen, but he still hasn't rolled high enough, I think, for Bimothy.
No, mine was like stupid high.
And he says, Gretchen?
Yes, Father.
Garrison, what are you doing? Why are you... And who is this with you? Who is this young lady?
Oh, this is our new friend.
I'm
Bimitris.
Bemitha.
Bimitha, sorry.
Father, we've ran into some trouble in the city. Have you seen our friends?
Yes. They brought in that bard that's been in town before. They were over in that corner a while ago, but he looks over.
Was
I haven't
Riles
seen
with
them
them,
since.
the little one?
I don't remember seeing. Oh yes, he was here too. He was here first actually, but I haven't seen
He's
him
alive.
in a while.
All right.
Did they leave a note? Did they tell you where they're going?
They did not. They said their friend was badly hurt and they were going to tend to them.
That's me, but I'm here. So where could they be?
No. It was the bard, the minstrel, Adrian, the one they call the seven strings. He was
yes.
badly hurt, and they were healing him, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's important. Good friend of ours. Do you?
As far as I know, he's going to pull through. He's just fine.
Oh, yeah. Great to hear it, Father. Couldn't be more elated. But you don't know at all where they went.
Hack. A little blood flies on the window.
New stain.
Oh, I think I know where they are.
You see Nazov's head like peer up for a second, then duck back down just before everybody looks that way.
But you haven't seen them? I guess
No, they were here earlier, but they must have gone. I mean, this place is very crowded. So many people here now. Very much afraid of what happened. Wolves, werewolves in Vallaki.
Werewolves, zombies, even cultists. You gotta stay here and keep the people safe. We're gonna go out of town for a bit, and we'll be back. If you see our friends again, tell them we went to go see the elves.
Yes, I will.
All right,
You be safe, my children.
Yeah,
and
we'll
you,
be at the
Bemitha,
Vallaki
as
Road
well.
camp.
Good to meet you.
It's nice to meet you as well.
Come
Also,
on, Bemitha, let's go.
All right.
be safe. Be safe, brother.
You head out of the church, and I'm assuming that you're talking about leaving town. Let's get perception checks again from Garrison, Timothy, and Gretchen.
Come
and
on.
let's get a perception check from Riles and from Jareth. And
No, we're going the other way. We're going south, and we're jumping this fence.
I wanted to
roll,
high.
roll them with disadvantage.
I wanted to interact with cross-dress Bimothy.
Yeah, you start going towards the gate, and Garrison's like, "No, fuck those guys at the gate." Different guys are at the gate right now.
They might be looking for us. We should jump the fence.
You want to go and climb over the wall?
That's what
You're disguised right now. Why would you?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh yeah. Wait, never mind. I forgot we're disguised. Bimothy, you just look so good.
I don't think I can climb a wall in a dress. This is very well, it's very freeing. It's both it's also very difficult to move around in at the same time.
Breezy.
Yeah.
Can we take our passive?
Sure. What's your passive?
15.
15. I think
Same.
15 is barely enough to recognize Garrison. But Riles has already made the check too. And what's Gretchen's passive?
15.
All right,
Gretchen's
15.
is past at 15. All right. So as you guys, as Gretchen, Garrison, Bimothy like leave the church and start heading up the road, having an argument about like going through the gate. A couple of you glance over into the graveyard and you see Riles like over there like pop up, and Riles, you're looking in the same direction as the road and you recognize Garrison, and then a second later you recognize Gretchen, but they're both like Garrison is dressed in like a big kind of heavy cloak, and like he's wearing some sort of like jangly chains or something like that like make him look like it makes him look different enough that you wouldn't have recognized him right off the bat. And Gretchen looks like she's dressed like a peasant lady. And there's this strange slender girl that's with them too that you don't recognize.
I whistle at them. I can't actually
Hey,
whistle.
don't catcall my friends.
Oh, it's Riles.
Oh, hey, it's Riles.
What?
Over
Guys,
here,
guys,
over here.
Look, it's
They're
Riles.
in the graveyard.
What are you doing Hey, guys, what are you doing in the graveyard?
How'd you not guess that we'd
Helping
be in the
you.
graveyard? We came with Nazoth.
Oh.
I look over at Bimothy. I knew it.
Nice to meet you, young lady.
Can you actually tell it's me?
Yeah, no, I
I
think
this
we
guy's
can.
pretty well.
He's got a disguise of like 23 or something like that.
Yeah.
Who's the girl?
Yeah, where's Garrison?
Well, I
Or
imagine
Bimothy, I
we're
mean.
close up.
This is Gretchen's new friend, Bemitha.
Do we have to?
Hello.
Can I
Say-
roll
say the-
insight?
Say the name slowly, Jared.
I'm assuming that Bimothy gives it away, unless Bimothy is staying in
Yeah,
character the
I
whole
mean,
time.
guys, it's pretty obvious. It's me. It's Bimothy.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
I don't know how you guys didn't notice before.
All right. Well, we buried the body and I take the wrapped up arms and just shove them in Garrison's direction. Here's the
Well, you're in the
hands.
middle of burying the body. By buried, like you look in the hole and there's like a few dirt clods like on Adrian because it takes a
You
while
got them.
to
You got
like,
the
actually
hands.
bury the evidence.
Yeah, we're
You
trying to bury this body here. Here, take the hands.
Oh, put a tombstone that says Seymour Butts.
I don't like this.
No, this is amazing. Wait, guys, just cover that up quick. We can get out of here. We got the dress, right? One of you have the
No.
overpriced
No.
dress? No?
No, we need to get that. I
Where's
think
the
I
dress?
would with the Burgermeister. I think it'd be best if I went. As far as I know, nobody's mad at me.
Perfect. Okay. Should anyone else not in trouble that could go with him? Make sure he's okay.
I think Gretchen's okay, right?
I mean, we were right there when Izek was trying to kill Garrison.
You do know what Shaggy said, though, right?
It wasn't me.
I do.
It
wait.
wasn't me.
But he saw Bimothy, what it looked like killing Garrison. So
It wasn't
Bimothy
me.
should definitely come.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I did hit you pretty hard with my
Yes.
sword.
Yeah, so me, Bimothy, and Gretchen will grab the dress and we'll meet you guys.
Wait, why do we need a dress?
Wait,
We
we
need
need
the-
the dress to go back to
Oh yeah, that's right.
the
I forgot,
original
sorry.
priest, and then
Yeah.
It's been a long day.
If you guys want to wait
Bemitha,
here,
I'm gonna get my hands back. No. We shouldn't be
Or-
here.
okay. So do you want to go to the elves then?
I'm thinking so, but wait. Gretch, do you remember
Yes.
when we were outside the tower and we found that a whole load of stuff, and inside the chest there was 2 scrolls?
Yes. Let's see. What scrolls were they?
Well, I think this is the time. I think this is it. I think whoever just brainwashed me with the moon just turned what I thought was going to be really good for me into something bad. That didn't even help me. I couldn't even control myself. But now I got hands. I don't need to be a wolf anymore.
How are you gonna attach those hands to your body?
The priest. That's why we need the dress. Haven't you
Oh,
been paying
okay.
attention?
No, not really. I've been
Alright.
really scared most of the time.
All right, well, listen, the priest, he makes really nice things out of dead things, right? That's
You
where
mean
the
the
corpse
abbot?
bride came from. Yeah, the abbot. You know, they're the same guy. Come on.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So listen, we're going to take this dress that we paid twice for, and we're going to give it to him to put on his corpse bride. And then he already promised me that if I brought him hands, he could put them back on me. And not only hands, I'm going to have Adrian's hands. Look, they did it. They really did it. Bemitha, can
Oh
you
my
believe
God.
it?
You can just call me Bimothy at this point.
Can you just take the hat off then? I don't. The bonnet. It's confusing me.
Hey,
So
okay.
I don't know if any of those scrolls will be useful.
No, but I think there's an important one. One says major image and one says remove curse.
Wait, I must be looking at the wrong ones. In the party treasure, I'm just seeing blessed protection for poison
Through
and
the party
spiritual
treasure. Check out Brian's notes. 32124. Wooden trunk covered with claw marks. Has all this stuff in it. Blah 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 blah. We continue. Wooden chest containing a gold symbol. Morning road. 3 vials of holy water. Perfume. 2 vials of antitoxin. 50-foot coils of hempen rope. Tinderbox steel mirror. Further on, 2 spell scrolls. Major image and remove curse. And a map of Barovia.
All right.
Yeah,
I agree.
You guys
Let's use the
you
one
haven't
that has the good
updated your
stuff.
treasure
All right.
list in a while.
Yeah.
You might want to add that stuff in there. It's missing.
Okay.
I would.
I say we use the list that has the good stuff in it.
So I know you wanted to do this earlier, but I really thought that I
Yes.
could be a werewolf and be cool. But then, now you're telling me that the werewolves are killing kids.
So I
and
can cure your curse.
I don't know. Can you make it stop? And then this way,
Yeah. Let's do it.
can you? You sure?
I think so. Let's see. 5e scroll use rules.
Figure if anywhere we could do it, maybe we could do it in this place. It's holy. And then if they come and they try to put me to trial or say something, like I said, Shaggy said it wasn't me.
I think 5e scrolls, it just takes an action and you cast them like you're casting a spell.
If it's beyond your level to cast, then it requires an ability
DC.
check.
So it's,
Yeah,
it's
well,
10
yeah.
plus spells level. So this is a 3rd level spell, so it'd be a 13.
It would be
Can you-
a 13.
Can you not cast 3rd level spells?
Not until level 5.
Oh, just one level short.
You pull out the scroll and using it?
Yeah.
All right.
So it's
Guess
just gonna be a.
what? You don't
Sweet.
need to roll because you guys just got to level 5.
What? I have 3rd
Pull
level
this-
spells.
You pull the scroll out, you cast the spell from it, and your mind
Wait, should we-
unfolds.
Shove the hands on his stump so when he gets healed.
I don't know if that's how it works,
It
Jared, but
doesn't
I'd like
work
to
that
see
way.
you try.
You try
I
this,
don't
they
know.
fall right off to the ground. We get
Yeah.
some dirt in them.
Yeah, Jared
Oh,
is
God.
asking like.
It doesn't work that way, Jareth. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I love it though. That was so good.
When he heals up, does he attach?
You obtain level hands.
Sleep next to someone else's foot and it becomes yours.
Your lycanthropy is now no longer yours.
There's a light as this scroll activates. Powerful magic that's unusual here in Barovia. And Garrison, you feel like a bit of a weight sort of lifted from you. Like you realize after this spell wipes that away that you'd been sort of carrying something. You haven't really felt it until it was gone, but now you feel different.
Rich,
See,
Try a
doesn't
little
that
bit more
feel
calm.
better?
I can't thank you enough. I asked for help and I got it, but I didn't think I don't know what happened. I couldn't tell you what happened from when I was standing in that corner looking up to when you guys woke me up over to the east. I don't want to be part of that. I thought I did, but I don't. And then you're telling me that the same werewolves that I thought were going to help me, they wound up trying to kidnap a kid.
Yeah,
The very
it was
same
chaos.
kid that we tried to help. Very kid from this church. I can't be part of it. And Riles, I heard that you tried to take the heat from Izzy for me. I'm not sure how to thank you either, all of you.
Yeah, no, just give
I'm
me a
sorry.
high five. Or
Oh, hold on. I'll slap you with one of these. Here,
yeah, there we go. That works.
tosses them at you. Hit them both. I'll just pick them up. They're a little dirty now.
Please don't do that.
But really, guys, I can't thank you. If I get these hands back, I don't know what to say. Thanks. And he's kind of like bashful, but he doesn't really know how to say thanks. But he's like in the midst of all this, feeling amazingly rewarded that he's like holding these hands. He's like using his like.
Wait, you're what?
What are you
No,
doing?
Cradling. He's cradling them.
He's got like his forearms like pressed against his chest with like these hands like against his chest, and he's just like
Okay.
almost smiling. Like
I'm not worried at all.
It's good to see you happy, but let's put those away for now. It might draw stares.
okay.
I'm debating over either Arbor of Shadows or Maddening Hex. I don't get hit a lot, so I'm going to go with Maddening Hex.
Oh, baby. Yeah.
Probably shouldn't have said that other part out loud.
Oh, man, I get a second attack and I get extra 10 feet of movement. Let's go.
I keep thinking I get another rune, but I don't.
I got another language.
Where'd you get that from? Is that
I don't know. It told me to choose. So I now speak Abyssal, Common, Druidic, Elvish, Inferno, and Sylvan.
All right.
Oh, man, I'm so fast now. 45 movement speed. Let's go.
What? You're not a Heron Gone.
No, I'm a satyr.
I still only get one attack for. When do I get 2 attacks?
In your dreams.
Hey, should I take Speak with Plants or Summon Fae?
I mean, as a class, you're best at summoning. Your whole thing is about summoning. So you get to a point where all of your summons are going to get a health bonus based on their hit die because of you doing them and such and such.
Okay.
But you just got to be careful that, like, don't be an asshole that summons 12 annoying things and does obnoxious shit. So I don't know which spell is annoying or not, but some of them are worse.
Well, I had Summon Fae last time, and I don't think I used it a lot.
Yeah, I don't recall you using it, or like, I just know that there's like one of them has like pixies and like elks that like do a
the
whole
conjure
bunch
spells.
of nonsense.
I think we're gonna avoid the conjure spells. They especially with a large group. They take up way too much time. They crowd the map, and they're broken spells because there's 2 ways to run them, and they're both bad. One is the player get to choose whatever they want, and they're never going to choose the shitty stuff because the best things they're just too good. Or the GM chooses, and then it feels like the GM chooses crappy stuff. So I don't like the spells. We're going to stay away from those.
The biggest thing is they definitely take a lot of initiative time up.
They're coming out with a D&D, the new version of it's coming out with a new conjured sort of option, which will be better. But the summon ones, like the Summon Fae, that's actually a good spell, like even on its own.
I remember using it last time, and I think it worked. So
yeah, and it doesn't just like it. You're not creating like 50 things that are just screwing up encounters.
No, I'm creating some Fae that I choose a random creature that attacks right after me. Essentially, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. And 3rd level spells, right on.
And I think because it is a summoned creature, you still get like your bonus stuff. You're playing a what? Shepherd, right?
Yeah.
I think that they still get their shepherd bonuses even with the summoned creatures. Let me check.
Wait, when do I get that one class that I really want?
I can still only cast 2 spells.
Oh, next level!
Mighty Summoner kicks in at 6th, and then Beast and Fae that you conjured are more resilient, meaning that if you summon in the Fae, it's going to have 2 extra hit points per hit die that it's got, and its damage from its natural weapons will be considered magical for the purposes of overcoming immunity. So your summon Fae at 6th level will get another boost.
Okay. Oh, no. All right.
Is this a spell? What is this?
What spell?
Dark Flare. Did I do something strange?
That sounds like it is a homebrew thing.
Yeah, it might just be stuck on your character sheet. Like I have in Venom, and it's just stuck there.
Okay. Yeah, I've got that too.
Ignore those. I don't know where that's coming from.
Yeah, it's just like on my character sheet as a cantrip, and I'm like, what the hell? And it's like always prepared. It says paladin, but it doesn't say where it comes from.
We'll find out real quick. Is it a cantrip? What is it? It is a cantrip, right?
Yeah, it's a cantrip. It's a paladin cantrip.
Dark Flare. It's a homebrew spell. I don't know how it ends up on. I don't think I added this thing in, so.
When you
you
go to your character
cheating?
sheet, you can turn off homebrew.
Right,
So
but I
you
think
can
everybody's
also-
using like if you're using homebrew, you kind of need it on. But if you turn homebrew off, I don't think anybody in this group is using any homebrew stuff.
Yeah, I don't think I'm doing.
So
No.
you can turn it off, and then it should disappear. Someone broke the system when they added a few of these spells.
Like I can't even unprepare it. I guess like I just have to take off the.
Yeah.
I can, when I level up, I can switch out spells, right?
I think so.
No.
Or
Uh,
Warlock
I thought-
stuck with spells. No matter
Warlocks
what.
can change them out, I believe. Hold on, but they have to do it under certain circumstances. Let me look for you.
I thought it was only when I leveled up I could switch out spells.
Yeah, I think that it is, but let's double check it just to see.
I have home.
Because I want to swap darkness with a 3rd level spell. It's useful, but this 3rd level spell is darkness but does damage.
Darkness, but deadly.
When you gain a level in the class, you can choose one of your Warlock spells you know and replace it with another spell from the Warlock list.
Okay, there we go. So that's what I'm going to do. Hunger of Hadar. It's darkness, but does damage.
Hunger of Hadar is a pretty good spell. Does damage at the beginning of the round and at the end too, and I think it does damage like initially when you cast it. It slows people down. It's
And
like
blinds
dark.
them.
Yeah. Well, I mean the darkness does that either way, but it's like a darkness spell with more fun.
I took that and Enemies Abound. And then I also took Maddening Hex.
All right. Cool. I would make sure that this is just like a sort of a pro tip for warlocks and concentration spells in general for any character. Make sure that all your spells are not concentration. Like make sure you have one that maybe isn't, so that you don't like if you're concentrating on something and then you find yourself like in a position where you want to do something else, you're just stuck with cantrips at that point.
Well, I'm kind of stuck with cantrips anyway. I can only cast 2 spells per short rest, so.
Right, but I mean, if one of them is a concentration spell, but you want to be able to cast something else, like in a pinch, some other big spell, my suggestion would be to make sure that like all of your spells are not concentration, because then you only really can cast one at a time.
I still got Arms and Hellish Rebuke too. So
there you go. That's a good. Hellish Rebuke is a great one for like those moments where you're just tired of getting hit or whatnot. And warlocks do good damage with it because it's always at max level. All right, are you guys ready?
I think so.
Sounds as if you guys were planning on sending somebody over to the Burgermaster's house to try to pick up this dress. Send a few people, I think, right? Are you guys going to try to find some place to rest for the night first, or are you just going to try to get this thing and get out of town?
Get out of town was my thinking.
I vote the same.
Okay.
So
just voting.
Have we finished burying this thing?
Sure.
Okay. So
Garrison, do you want to
me,
piss
Bim,
on
and
the grave?
Will you take it out for me?
No, God, no. That's too far, Garrison. Too far.
I'm a little armored up for that right now.
Can we not?
And I say it doesn't go too far enough.
How do you normally go?
Normally, I'm not wearing armor. Babitha.
Okay.
Well, maybe we
Bim,
shouldn't
Gretch,
piss off
you want to
Father
come with me?
Lucian.
Yeah, Bim, Gretch, you want to come with me? We'll grab the dress. We'll meet the rest of you at the Elves.
Outside the city?
Yes.
And by the elves, we mean the Vellani camp, right?
Yes.
The Vastanis, yeah.
Okay, great. Okay.
Yeah.
I wish you guys the best of luck, and if I had any way to help you, I would. But obviously, it's obvious that I'm me.
Yeah.
Thanks again for the help with the hands. Come back with the dress, because I need it to get these on me.
Yeah. We got you.
All right. I love you. Give me a hug. Bring it in. Bring it in, you pretty man. You big, beautiful.
I just come in, but like, okay, and tap the back. Okay.
Oh, hold on. I dropped those hands. Oh, all right. Well, here, bring it in. All right.
Please put those away before we get back.
Where am I supposed to put them? I can't put them in anything. What? Does it look like I can do something with them?
Well, here I will wrap this. I wrap them up, so I will tie it up in sort of like a bag and tie it around. Do you have a belt?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'll tie it around your belt. There you go.
Oh, nice. Thank you. So somebody cares about me. All right. Well, I wish you guys the best of luck. I'm teasing you, Gretch. I wouldn't be here without you.
We'll see you there.
Okay. Bye.
Let's go, team.
All right, go team. Are you guys just walking right through town? Does Gretchen? So Gretchen and Bimothy are going with you?
You don't have to, Gretch. I was just saying because we, as far as Isaac knows, you were not, you didn't do anything bad in his eyes.
Yeah, but if I'm questioned, I don't know how well my persuasion checks are gonna go. So I think it's best if I stay.
All right, so me and Bib then.
Yep, I'm very persuasive.
I'm persuasive.
Yeah, you're also dressed as a lady right now. Are you going to stay in costume?
No.
Right,
We'll drop the costume.
Are you guys going to leave these things with Father Lucian like you had said, or are you going to take them with you?
Yeah, we'll leave them, and then we'll put on some, maybe if there's any robes at the church, just to help disguise us to get out.
All right. All right. Bimothy and Jareth head back down the road towards the burgomaster's estate.
I'd like to cast a spell.
What spell?
Enhance ability to give us advantage on charisma checks for persuasion.
All right, are you doing it on yourself or are you doing it on Bimothy?
I can do it on both as a 3rd level spell.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's target +1.
Alrighty. Ignore the temporary hit points. That always shows up every time you cast the spell. That's only for use if you're calling it. You throw it on the Riz, and you guys head through town, hoping that you can convince the burgomaster give you this dress so you can skedaddle. Let me roll some real quick. All right. You don't encounter any soldiers or any of the town guard or whatnot on your way, but as you're making your way here, you can hear them occasionally, like in the streets, like telling people to like stay inside, and that the burgomaster has things under control. And you hear one of them call out, "Oh, don't worry, all will be well." But it doesn't feel like that. Like people are hiding in their houses as you guys make your way through the evening streets of Vallaki to the burgomaster's estate. Let's bring you to his home. All right. Let's get rid of some folks here. Oops, I think I deleted too many. Sorry, 1 second. I'll bring you guys to this place, and you guys can knock on the door and talk to this dude. But I accidentally deleted Jared's token, so I need to put it back.
That's it for Jared's character. New character.
You did.
No.
The great god Deletus has removed you.
Do I need to send you? Or are you okay?
No, I got it.
Okay.
I got copies.
Copies upon copies.
Copies upon copies.
No longer
All right.
original. Jareth is no longer the bona fide article after its 4th iteration.
Alrighty then. Okay. Second. One more thing. Just so you don't know what's going on here. When you arrive at the Burgomaster's mansion, there are 2 guards that are out front. And put you guys on the map here real quick. So you can see kind of like, what the score is. They're standing at the front door, kind of at attention. They got spears in their hands. And as you approach, they say, Burgomaster's seeing no one tonight. Be off with you.
We have a contract. We dealt with those thingies. Now I'm here to pick up the dress. That's all I'm here for.
Dealt with what?
The werewolves and the zombies. They're down.
As I understand it, Izek Strasny dealt with them.
Izek and us.
That is not what I heard. The Burgomaster does not want to see anyone tonight. He is concerned about the festival, and he is not in a good mood.
Well, we still have a contract, so we will wait here. You don't even have to let us see him. Just grab the dress. And I pull out the contract and show.
You hold out the contract to him. He says, "There's nothing here about coming at odd hours in the night."
It was supposed to be delivered after the festival. The festival was ended due to the interruptions. It's right there.
Wait here. He seems exhausted, like kind of tired of this whole situation. He takes the contract with him and he goes inside. The other one kind of stands there feeling like a little awkward.
Get him with that
Long
lawyer speak.
What's that?
Lawyer speak.
Lawyer speak.
I was just going to say to him, long night.
He kind of nods a little bit. He says, we were stationed here. What happened at the market? We've heard werewolves. We know that Izek is out in force. He's looking for a few individuals of interest.
Yes.
You haven't seen a halfling, have you? Kind of holds his hand up. Said he had a sort of big hair and he was about this tall.
Not since the festival began.
Well, I wouldn't want to be that guy, whoever he is.
Oh no,
Izek seems to think that he has something to do with what happened there. Some sort of calling him the little cultist.
Mm-hmm.
The little cultist.
Oh.
Yes, well, we did our best to keep everyone safe.
He kind of just stands there for a little bit, and eventually the door opens. This other guard comes out, and he says, "Come, quick! The Burgomaster is in a bit of a state. He wants to get this done and be done with it."
Understandable. That's why I wanted to get this done quickly.
Leads you inside the house. There's still like bundles of stuff on the floor, like pieces left over, straw everywhere from where they had built the man that they never set fire to. You never got to do that. And this guard leads you to the room where you met the Burgomaster before. He sits in the corner, his 2 mastiffs kind of like in front of him, like guarding him. He's kind of there, like sort of like looking at this window nearby, and his foot is kind of tapping nervously. His wife sits in a chair with a glass of wine in her hand, just like looking petrified, not moving like at all. Doesn't even like look at the door when you come in. Bimothy, you going as well?
Yes.
As you step inside, the Burgomaster looks up and says, "And where are the rest of your companions? Is it just you?"
They've decided to make their way out of the city. I think it's time for us to leave after what we've dealt with. But Izek and a few of us managed to take down some werewolves and other creatures. But it is best if we finish our transaction and leave.
Yes. As I understand it, Izek is still out in the streets hunting down the last of the werewolves and cultists. I'm thinking about calling him back, though. I don't like it that we're here. I mean, I have my own guards, but I don't suppose you could wait here for a little bit until he returns, could you?
How long do you think he'll be?
Oh, I don't know. I'm. He kind of calls out to the guard behind you. Could you send someone out to find Izek and bring him back? Tell him that we're done with this nonsense. No more for tonight. And the guard kind of nods and and departs. Another one kind of takes his place. It's kind of near the front door. A couple of guards go out looking for Isaac. And he's kind of like just like tapping his feet, and then he says, "Oh yes, yes. You're here for the dress. Maid, and like a woman comes out of like this door behind you guys, and dressed, she's one of the maids of the house. He says, could you could you take them up to the ladies' room, and there should be a dress up there now. It's on a mannequin. It's the wedding dress that my lady was dressed in. Take them to it, and that they can make sure that it is, all to their liking." And he doesn't seem like he's interested in like leaving this room.
Bim, do you want to stay with the Burgermeister just to keep him safe till Izzy comes back? I'll run up and get the dress.
Sure.
All right.
All right. So you go with the maid?
Yep.
All right, then. Let me check something. Where is it? Okay. Well, I'm trying to find out where I'm going. Oh, okay. Alrighty. You're brought upstairs. I'm going to open up the map here a little bit so you get a chance to see the rest of the house, or at least part of it. I'm opening up the upper floor here. So you're brought up the stairs by this maid. The stairs are like right here. And the maid takes you to the second floor. You come up to a banister and walk down a hallway. A long hallway towards the back of the house, where there is another smaller hallway that breaks off to a couple of doors. You also see that there is a stairway in the back that goes back down. Maybe this is like the servants' entranceway, toward the southwest side of the upper stairs, or the upper floor, I should say. And they bring you to a room right over here. She opens up a door, and inside is a room that smells of like powder and perfume, and like you see there's a vanity in here with a mirror kind of standing against a wall, and there's a wooden mannequin wearing a white bridal gown. There's also a fireplace on the far side. Fire's going. The room is a little bit warm. And you also notice that mounted on another wall, there's like this full-length mirror with a gilded frame. There's another door, two doors actually into this room that lead, three doors, sorry, one to the south and two to the north that lead to different areas. You're guessing that maybe one of these doors probably goes to like a master bedroom, and that this is more like sort of like a changing and like a prep room for the Lady Petrovna. The dress is in decent condition. There's a little bit of discoloration right along like the hem and like the sleeves from age, something that probably couldn't be, that nothing could be done with, but it looks good. You don't see any tears in it, and it should satisfy from what you've asked. Like it's in good enough condition. The maid would have kind of like, she's waiting at the door for you to go in and get this thing.
I'll ask her to help me wrap it up carefully.
She seems a little afraid to go into the room. She's like, the lady of the house never really wants us going in there. And you see her kind of glancing at this mirror that's kind of off to the side. The mirror is over here. This is the full-length mirror.
I pull the mannequin to the door carefully. Here.
All right. So you bring it out into the hallway?
Yeah.
She helps you kind of pull it off the mannequin, and then you slide the mannequin back into the room, and you've got this. Do you have any place to put this?
I've just got my bag.
So you fold it up as best you can, and you put it in your backpack.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll turn around and look at the mirror as I go.
You never really got over close to it. but it is a fine gilded mirror that looks extremely valuable.
Huh. Neat. All right. I follow her back down.
All right. Maid leads you out. As you are leaving, you hear some noises from above, as if something is moving through the attic on the third floor. Almost like it might be like following your footsteps or something. Like it slides across like the ceiling above you. But nothing else happens. Oh, by the way, there was another kind of hallway here, which I'll show you too. But that just went to more doors.
I'll just make a joke. Got some prisoners up there or something?
The maid turns back and kind of gives a nervous sort of smile. Says, no. That's just the young lord's quarters. Victor's workrooms are up there. We don't disturb him.
Probably working on something. All right.
Yes. Yeah, he always working. She seems a little nervous about that, but she kind of hurries and gets you back down the stairs. Bimothy, anything you are doing while Jareth is away? You just kind of
he's just kind of like awkwardly like looking around. Like he'll like occasionally make eye contact with the Baron or Lydia, just kind of like and just like look away. Like he's just kind of he's just not sure what to do with himself, so he's kind of like fidgeting, but you know, nothing really crazy.
All right. They Lady Petrovna says like not a word, and the burgomaster himself just nervously waits in the chair. Every once in a while, he kind of throws like a smile at you, and you kind of hear him mutter and like under his voice, "Don't worry, everything will be well. Everything will be well." Jareth, as you come down the stairs, the front door opens, and those two guards have returned, and Izek is with them.
Howdy, Izek.
As he steps through, he turns, he looks at you. He's got a few scratches on him from where he was injured. He still has his axe out, which has got blood on it. And when he sees you, his eyes kind of narrow.
Need a hand? A little healing?
I've got one, he says. He holds up his claw. Your friend, the little one. What happened to him?
Haven't seen him since that whole kerfuffle we were trying to deal with our other friend.
He narrows his eyes at you. Give me a deception check.
With advantage because of
18.
All right. He looks at you and then makes a type of noise. He is up to no good. Whoever he is. You say that you don't know where he is, but if you see him, you come, you tell me. Tell us. He knows something.
If we come back, I'm afraid it's time for us to go. I just came to pick up the dress as per the contract, and we're going to continue traveling, but if we come back this way and find him, we'll let you know.
He nods slowly. And he kind of walks down the hallway with you, this guy kind of getting out of his way. Bimothy, you find Izek show up like behind you in the hallway, Jareth with him.
Bimothy just kind of like, when he sees Izek, he just kind of jumps a little bit. He's like, oh, hi.
Well, Baron, Izek is back. I believe it's time for us to go. It's kind of sad I never got to light the effigy, but maybe
Don't worry.
sometime
We'll have another festival. Yes, we will, and we will have a great effigy burned. And if you are here, then you can light it that time. Yes, you will return for the next festivities.
we shall see. Remember, though, I have an embassy I'm going to be setting up eventually in the old Durst Manor. So maybe in the future we'll be able to communicate via that way if you wish to send messages.
Yes, right. The Durst Manor. He seems just kind of like a little traumatized. Izek steps in, and immediately the burgomaster's like, "Ah, good, Izek, you've returned. Stay here with us. Keep us safe. No need to go back out into the darkness again." And Izek just nods, says, "Do not worry, burgomaster. I'm here now." And he turns and kind of looks at Bimothy and Jareth, just like kind of like with a dismissive sort of like nod, like you can go.
Yeah, okay. And Timothy will scurry out.
Baroness, Baron, Izek, have a lovely night.
You just get a grunt from Izek and and all will be well from the burgomaster with a little bit of a hesitant wave. And then the soldiers lead you out.
The Baroness does nothing.
Nope. She got chased by werewolves. She's kind of done with this night. You guys are back out in the streets, and you have made it to the burgomaster, got the dress, didn't get yourselves in trouble, and you can now meet up with the rest of the group. Is the rest of the group leaving town to go to the elves?
Yep.
Or to go to the Vallaki? Sorry, not the Vallaki. To the
Vistani
Vistani camp.
Well, that's my fault.
we go.
Yeah, the Vistani camp was
Yeah.
our plan.
The Vistani camp. Is that where you're going? And you're meeting them there. Like you're leaving town. You're not waiting for them to go get this dress and then waiting at the church. You're going.
Yeah, we thought it best to get out. At least that's what I thought we were doing.
Are you going to wait at the camp itself, like go in and like introduce yourselves and wait for them there, or wait outside the camp, or what? What's the plan here?
I thought we were just going to the camp, but I guess thinking back at it, it would have made more sense to meet them at like the edge of the woods. But we sure didn't say that.
Well, you have time to think about that now. Like you can stop shy of the camp and wait for them if you want. They'll have to pass you to get there.
Cool. Yeah, so
That's
we'll do that. You know, whatever path we think that they might take is we'll try to set up before.
There's really only one from town. Like it looks like there's two, but like you enter the clearing and you can just kind of hang out here and wait for them before you climb down.
Oh, sounds good to me.
All right, Bimothy and Jareth leaving town. The gate guards, as you guys pass, kind of say, they all of you, even like the first group that leaves, are like, shouldn't be traveling at night. It's not safe. And they give the same warning to Bimothy and Jareth, but
Yeah.
I know that that's not going to stop you guys.
Have a lovely night.
Meanwhile, half of the group waits at the Vistani camp. They probably have to wait about 20, 30 minutes or so before Bimothy and Jareth arrive. And we'll bring you guys to that map just because we got it. You guys, right at the right outside, kind of like, or right at the edge of the trees before it opens up in the clearing where the camp is. You see a couple of these, the Vistani guards have already noticed you, kind of milling about. And one of them has already gone up to like the upper camp, likely to report to Lavash and Aragal. So it's likely they know about you before you've, decide to come up into the camp itself. It is evening time, I should let you know. Not so late that the Vistani are like asleep or whatnot, or would maybe turn you away. But it is nighttime. What do you guys do? You go in?
We're all together.
Yep, you guys have all arrived. You've been
Yeah.
waiting for a little bit, but then Bimothy and Jareth arrive, and by the look on their faces, you're assuming they were probably successful, but maybe you want to ask.
Did you get the dress, guys?
We got it.
Oh, you're amazing. We're doing it. We're really doing it.
Did you get your hands?
Yeah, I got him right here. Jared tied him to my hip. I guess let's just maybe hang outside, maybe by a campfire. Kind of let the night pass. Maybe sleep amongst the stars. I don't want to wake anybody up there, but
It's not so late that they're asleep. You can hear like a little bit of music coming from their camps, and you can see activity. If Vistani or not, they don't go to sleep early.
great. Well then, maybe we should go tell them, explain to them what happened. Maybe they'll let us speak to the leader, especially Naz, if you explain to us, or you were the one that got the best sight at what happened.
Yeah, all I know is I saw a guy on the roof, and he was manipulating the moon.
What is this guy you keep speaking of?
Garrison, you saw him too, right before everything went
He spoke
crazy.
like into my mind, and then that's kind of when I wolfed out, But
Why?
we're probably better off getting to the fireside. At least maybe we can talk to Argal, somebody. Maybe they'll let us go speak to him.
All right, heading up to camp.
Yeah.
All righty. You are met by. Let me check these guys out again. Find out which one to meet you. Let's see, roll something real quick. Okay.
Timothy, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Hmm?
What's the noise?
That's like a yeah.
Oh, sorry, I was playing with my microphone
Oh.
idly with my hands.
Grinding.
You are.
Yeah.
You're met at the entrance to there's like a little sort of path that comes up to the top of this hill where their wagons are all circled, and you're met there by Arabelle and Aragon. 1 second. You know that Aragal is uncle to Arabelle and not father. Her father's Avash, who's the one who's kind of the one that's a little bit more unstable of the two brothers. He was the one that was maybe murdered that dude, Bluto, who kidnapped Arabelle. You don't know what happened there, but didn't sound good. But as I said, Aragal is the one that seems a little bit more stable as your group arrives. And as you do, he says, "Welcome to the camp. Bit late that you're coming here. Might I
it's
ask
not.
why?"
Well, things went bad in town. Tonight was the festival, and got attacked by cultists, zombies, and then werewolf.
He narrows his eyes. All of these.
Yeah, it almost seemed coordinated, or maybe just a strike of fate. But
This was
we were lucky.
the night of the festival, was it not?
It was the very same.
And this happened all during the festival. Were many injured?
Yeah.
Were they driven off?
The werewolves ran. Some were killed. Unfortunately, a bard died. Some of the cultists, I believe, and some of the zombies were killed. Others ran off. It was quite chaotic. And luckily, a lot of the civilians made it safe. Did you know that werewolves steal children?
He gives a slow nod. It is known that the tribes in the north, they take children.
Who
They
knew that?
train them. They add them to their flock.
Why don't they tell you that when they ask you if you want to sign up?
What do you mean?
Garrison.
I was bit. What? I felt that's fine now. Don't worry about it. I was bit, and
He kind of reaches for a knife at his side.
No, it's cool.
I cured him. He is fine.
It was all a misunderstanding.
Give me a persuasion check.
No, it's cool. Don't worry about it.
Cured him how?
Magic.
A relatively powerful spell.
Yeah, a scroll they found.
Speaking of relatively powerful spells, do you know anything? Anything about guys that look like wizards that generally surrounded by bats and can control the frickin' moon?
Garrison is like, when he mentions werewolf thing, like he isn't quite listening to Nazoth right away. But then when you mention like bats and the moon, his eyes dart to you, and he says, "Seems as if you have encountered the Lord of the Land."
What?
I thought that's who it was, but I didn't want to met again.
You have to say it out loud. Now Naz is going to think he's right the whole time. He's been going on and on about this.
Where did you see this?
At the festival.
A great festival where everything else happened.
Then
He
he
was
wanted you to be seen. He wanted you to see him.
He was standing up on the roof, and when shit went down, he reached up, grabbed the moon, and flipped it like a coin or something.
Yeah. He is the land, they say.
He sure is. Anyway, he just watched, but he was able to control
And my ass, he's the damn moon.
So we were able to regroup and get out of there. But we wanted to come and possibly speak to, what was his name? Or what's his name? He's the last
Navash?
elf. Navash?
Oh,
yeah.
No, not him. Navash is his brother. You're talking about
The guy that lives in the
Casimir.
house. Casimir, yeah. Possibly speak to Casimir about the
I think it's Casimir. Let me make sure I got the right name. That'd be funny if I'm saying the wrong thing.
I think that's K-A-S or C-A-S.
Casimir
Velosky, leader of the Dusk Elves.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
K-A-S-A-M-I-R.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Casimir
Velikov.
Yeah. I said, let's possibly speak with him just about what he knows. That guy, he really screwed my head up. And I don't even know how much he knew about what was happening. But that town over there is crazy, man. You guys are safer out here.
He kind of chuckles a little bit at that, and he says, we all knew that one day, sooner or later, Valakia would be made an example of. And it seems as if tonight was that night. I allow you to go and visit Casimir. But you are not allowed beyond our caravans. He looks at Garrison like this talk of werewolves and whatnot has not convinced him to let you in, like his camp. And Arabelle is kind of quiet and kind of standing next to him, just like big kind of eyes, taking this whole thing in. She hasn't said anything like this whole time, but she's there listening.
All right. Well, it's amazing how quickly we forget, huh? Well, I appreciate you letting us talk to
I
you.
have forgotten nothing.
All right. Well, one time you thanked us, and you trusted us.
It was before I knew that you were wolf-bound.
No longer wolf-bound.
No, yeah,
That is what you claim. Yes.
Well, I also claim to not be from this place, and I'm homebound now. Are you going to be upset when I want to go home? I just want to get home. I want to get my friends home.
The sooner the better.
I don't even know if it's possible. That's the whole thing. He's just getting angry.
He doesn't seem to want to get involved in your business that much. He's like, you can go talk to the elf, but you're not coming in here.
Fair. For now.
He turns and he says, "Come, Arabelle," and they depart. There's other guys around here too. I just haven't put them on the map. But when you guys came here before, the place was almost empty. But there's actually a lot of the Vistani that are back now because there were a bunch who were out looking for Arabelle at the time, and they had not come back by the time you guys had left. So there's a lot of them here, and I'll just kind of throw them so you kind of have a general idea that you're not alone.
Jareth, how long does that thing that you did last?
To give me and Bim advantage?
Yeah.
If I concentrate, it's an hour.
So it would have passed. I feel like Naz got the best. I don't know.
Have we gotten an hour?
No, I don't think so. You guys left pretty quickly. It was probably you probably have about another 20 minutes left of it. Because you cast it on the way to the, or when you got to the Burgermasters, you were there for maybe 15, 20 minutes. And you came back maybe another 10 minutes and then another 15 minutes to get here. So you have a bit of time left.
Jared, do you want to go talk elf to elf? Maybe you can learn a little bit from Casimir.
What are we asking?
Maybe you could even just tell us what's going on.
All right,
Also, like,
let's do it.
what about the
All right,
gems?
let's do it.
Maybe no.
There is sort of like a room, like a separated room in the front, sort of like a mud room that has some curtains, and you can see that there's some boots to the side, and like it's obvious that this is like you're meant to sort of like take off your shoes and like not walk into the rest of the house and bring in mud and the earth outside. Do you guys do that, or do you are you guys like cavemen?
I'll take off my boots.
Riles takes off his boots too.
Well, somebody help me.
I don't wear
I gotcha.
shoes.
I'd take off my boots, but my feet would probably be dirtier.
Riles,
have shoes.
prestidigitations, Bimothy's, hooves, and Nazot's dirty feet.
As you guys are taking off your shoes, the curtain kind of pulls open,
Yes.
and you see an older elf there. It's got to be pretty old because he's showing a bit of age, so hundreds of years old. And he's got kind of like a shawl kind of pulled up to keep himself warm, and a hood that's kind of half up. But you can see as he kind of adjusts it that, well, his ears seem to have been clipped. Whereas, normal elves have long pointed ears. Casimir's have been hacked off. Any point is gone. It's just like a ragged sort of cut right above like where his ears kind of come out from like his hair, from his skull. He looks at your group and he says, who are you and why are you here?
We're open for some information. We've come from the festival, and it was just attacked by werewolves and cultists and other stuff. And then apparently the Lord of the Land appeared and flipped the moon. So our friend, who at the time had lycanthropy, turned into a werewolf. We heard that you had dealings with him in the past, and we were hoping you could tell us a bit more about it.
Your friend, which one? He says.
That's no longer a lycanthrope?
Yes.
That was me.
Kind of looks at you, looks down at your hands. Did he do that to you?
No, someone else did. But
Who?
have you heard of the famous bard Adrian Seven Strings?
I know the name. He has. A while back, he was a member of the Vistani. Still is, I suppose, but thinks himself better than them.
Yeah, Well, he passed away. But
That
he
is
was the one that did
unfortunate.
it. No, not really. He's a dick. Uh, he killed a lot of people that I knew and was the reason for my hands. I thought getting the werewolf thing was gonna help us all. I also did it to try to help my friends because there was a lot of them and a little bit of us. But turns out it wasn't so great, and the Lord of the Land, he was able to really use it. I mean, in a way it helped me, but in a way it really didn't. I lost control. And well, I don't need it, and luckily for the people I surround myself with, they were able to help me. I know it's hard to trust me, but you gotta trust Gretch over there, and Bimothy, and maybe Riles. He's sometimes a good guy. Jarrett's definitely a good one.
I am not too worried about trust anymore. There is no one in this land that would harm me. And if you would, that would be a mistake. Not because I could harm you, but because it is my fate to remain here forever.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to harm you. Been doing a lot of harming in order to make good things happen. I really just want to go home. This whole thing's a game, isn't it? Isn't that what this whole thing is? He pulls people in and we get caught. They all die. Nobody ever gets out of here.
More complicated than that. Come in, take a seat. The fire is going, it is warm. I have some spirits here that you can have, though I do not know if I have enough cups for all of you. He moves kind of like elves do, just that sort of graceful, sort of sweeping move of like that almost like they're hovering above the ground as he steps across the room and slides into a chair.
So
Come
can you tell
in,
us
come in. Can I tell you what? I can tell you a great many things.
about the Lord of the Land?
I can tell you some things. I can tell you part of my story, at least. As you kind of step into the room, it's decorated here with little. There's like a tapestry of a forest on like one wall, and there's a bunch of little statuettes of like elven deities that are little cubby holes along another wall. Along another wall, there's a table in here that could seat 4, and a chair that's near the fire that looks like it's well worn. And candelabra on the table to kind of light the room as well. He says, Throd is the lord of this land. He is, in a way, cursed, like this land is, and he curses everything in it by his presence. There is a long history of him. He has been looking for something over and over again in this land. My sister, Petrina Velikovna, she caught his eye at one point, and it did not turn out well for her. I dream of her still, to this day, and I believe that her spirit is sealed away in the catacombs beneath Castle Ravenloft. You see, I believe that she was at one point in life the concubine of Strahd. And me and my family made a grave mistake. We condemned her for it. And we took up stones, and we hurled them at her until she perished. Odd. He took his revenge upon us. He butchered all the rest of the women in our tribe. He cut my ears from my head like you see. He pulls his hair back so you can get a better look at it. And then he left us here to languish forever in our own shame. And you can see that, like, even under that shame, that, like, there's like a rage kind of in this guy as well. Like, he's been stuck here for a long, long time. And has probably gone through the gamut of, like, feelings, like despair and anger, and it probably goes back and forth. And you can see a lot of this sort of still, like, kind of simmering under the surface.
Oh. Do you blame your sister? Do you blame yourself? What did she do that? All because she was with someone you didn't like?
He went to him. But now, I think that perhaps that was part of his game. She may not have been in control of herself. At the time, we did not know. This was early in the years when Strahd first claimed these lands and sealed them away. This was after the tragedy of his brother's death and his brother's wife's death. And you can tell that he's kind of like hedging a little bit here. Like he doesn't really want to maybe tell you everything just yet. He says, but I should tell you my story first. At least as much as I can. Because, as I told you, I feel like my sister is now calling out. That she's been calling in my dreams, telling me... I'm not sure what she is telling me. Perhaps a chance that we might help her, that she might forgive us. But I don't know if that perhaps maybe her soul itself was corrupted, and this might be another game that Strahd is playing on us all. I wish him destroyed. I will tell you this openly. He knows this as well. But I have not the power to do it. I do not know if perhaps my sister knows something, if her spirit can be found in the catacombs, if the truth can be pried from it. Maybe she could help, or maybe she's just another trap that he has laid. But she told me of something else as well. And this I think was the truth, because she spoke of it before she died. She told me of a place called the Amber Temple, an ancient hidden vault in the Barovian mountains. This is a place where Strahd forged his pact with evil powers, discovered the secrets to immortality.
Immortality, you say?
Indeed. I think I know one thing, that many have tried challenging Strahd in the past. Some think that, they thought right on the cusp of victory that they had defeated him, and yet he returned and laid waste to them with a vengeance even worse than any they could imagine. Merely stabbing him or burning him, I do not think that this will kill him. But if his secrets can be discovered, perhaps there is a weakness in whatever deal he made with these dark powers. In the Ember Temple, perhaps it holds those secrets.
Where is this place?
Do you have a map?
Yeah, we found one. Hold on. One of you guys that has hands, the map, please.
Yeah, I'll get it out.
Well, I've also got one. Here you go.
Oh, we have two maps. Look at that.
Yeah, I found one in the tower.
All righty then. So, if you are, I think I pulled you guys out to the bigger map.
Mhm.
Barovia. And give me 1 second. I will show you where this place is. All righty. He says, he'll give you directions first. He says, if you were to leave Valaki, there used to be a road that traveled down and through the ruins of Berez and crossed the river, the Luna River, and you could take that into the mountains. But now, that road is gone, the bridge washed away. It'd be safer to travel around, head over towards the Svalich Woods. There's a road that is still there, passes by Luna Lake. And if you take it up towards Mount Gakis, and he's pointing kind of along the way. Look on the map here.
Mm-hmm.
You will find the road that will travel up into the mountains and eventually bring you to the temple itself.
Can you point out Luna Lake?
Oh, yeah, it should be on the map. Hold on a second. Is it not showing up?
Yeah, it's there.
Here,
It's on
I'm
the-
just not seeing it. That's all.
Southwest.
Focus
Can you
ping.
focus ping? Yeah.
Oh, is it working? Maybe it's not. There you go.
Okay.
Sorry, I was on the wrong there. Womp, womp, womp.
Okay. Thank you.
And the Amber Temple is up in the mountains here. Let me give it a name. Yeah, it's going to be hard to see. Should we make this better? Nope, I guess that's the only way to do it. Okay. Amber Temple is right there. He warns you, though, that the Amber Temple is a very dangerous place. Many that have gone there before, hoping to learn secrets of this land, have never returned. If you are brave enough to go there, I suggest that you gather strength first. Allies, knowledge. Do not go there thinking that you might win right off the bat. You will. That place is... It is where Strahd got his powers. And it will tempt you.
Probably best then that we do. Speaking of gaining powers and knowledge, and as we've been in this crazy land, Barovia, we've heard of gems that used to be part of the land. We've heard of a witch that possibly has one that travels about on a moving house. Do you know anything of these things? We've met with the Wizards of Wine. They've explained to us some stuff.
The Martikovs. They still hold their winery. I would assume so if you've spoken of them. The
was
wine still
attacked by-
seems to flow.
No, it was attacked by druids. They've been having issues.
Not with me. Not with me. Not come on, kind of druid.
Druids, right. Those would be the druids of Yester Hill. They are, well, they are corrupted as this land are. They serve Strahd and no one else.
Ooh.
If something has happened to the Martikovs, and if the druids are behind it, then behind them is likely Strahd as well. Or at least they act with his permission.
Yeah. When we got there, the place was entirely overrun. And what do you know about the lycanthrope family that's out there? And what's his name? Who's the leader of the werewolves? Who was just there at the fight with Izzy? Anybody?
I don't remember
was
his name. The lead vampire or werewolf.
I'm
You,
scrolling.
the Stoyanovich is the name. Kirill Stoyanovich is the leader. You talking about the leader of the werewolves?
Yes. Yeah, Kirill. K-I-R.
Yeah, Kirill Stoyanovich. Unfortunately, this guy here, Casimir, doesn't have a lot of current information. He's been locked away in this place with the rest of the elves. They don't get out very much. So he doesn't know who Kirill is. He knows that there's always been, not always, but for the last 100 years or so, there has been a werewolf tribe that has lived in the north. And they've always been a little bit of a problem for people. He suspects that they also work for Strahd.
That's what I was going to ask you. Do you think that they're allied with him? Is there any that aren't? I've heard
anyone in this land who prospers, who is free, they are free at the will of Strahd. And likely because they serve a purpose for him, whether they are his allies or his minions, or perhaps they just amuse him. But he knows all, and he allows them to exist, even though they threaten his people.
Does that include the abbot?
I do not know. The abbot might be something all on his own, or he could as well be someone in the employ of Strahd. I do not know. I do know that there is something odd about him. He is unique in this land.
Yes, we've noticed.
I like him. Is there anyone, like you said, if anyone flourishes, even the Vistani, what do you know of their ability to pass in and out of here? Why them? What is it about them that makes them?
He tells you a story, which I think you've been told before by the other Vistani, that Strahd, before he came to Barovia, in one of the battles that he fought, and he was like a warlord for his and a conqueror before he came to Barovia. He was nearly defeated at one point, and he was left badly injured on the battlefield. And a group of Vistani found him, and they nursed him back to health. And ever since then, he has shown deference or maybe a debt to them, or some kind of loyalty. Casimir actually tells you a little bit, he tells you his story of the Vistani, because Casimir's been here almost since the beginning. He'll tell you that the Vistani, when he first came here, he was welcomed by the Vistani, and that they were noble travelers with honor. And he met a man by the name of Velikov, from which he took his second name. Casimir Velikov is that's the name that he goes by, but Velikov is not his given name. This is a name that he kind of adopted from this Vistani long ago. Velikov, of course, as most mortals do, passed away, within a few decades, because all's live long. This guy just outlived him. Casimir has kind of lived amongst the Vistani kind of ever since. And in his view, the modern Vistani are not as noble or as enlightened as their forebears. He thinks that and he'll tell you, the current leaders here, they are temporary. The brothers, they see themselves as the leader of this camp, but give it a few decades, and someone better will come along. And you think that he hasn't said her name, but you know that he's probably talking about Arabelle.
Okay.
And he would tell you, and when that happens, perhaps they will return to the old ways, and things will change. That is my hope, at least. You were also asking about the Lord, about Strahd himself. There are some things that I have left unsaid. Things that I am hesitant to say. He still watches, even now. There's a chance that he is even watching us. His magic is powerful, as you have seen now.
Anything you can say will help, though.
What if you write it down?
Oh, he would likely know. There is no point in trying to deceive him. If you are here and he has not stopped you, then perhaps he wants you to know this.
All right, well, lay it on us.
Before Strahd became what he is, you know that he was mortal, that he was a conqueror, a warrior. He had a family, brother, parents. But he was lonely.